Hello everyone. Welcome back to welcome back to the stream, Atelier Nekozuki stream. Welcome to 2025. I guess we're going to jump right into the chaos. Today we are tidying up, or at least attempting to tidy up the cutting studio, because we have 2 weeks until I actually need to be at a show, and in those 2 weeks we need to make all of the large box bags. Holy shit, there are so many large box bags we need to make. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. We got stuff to do. Gotta get my button gear all ready this year. It is January 3rd, 2025. I'm just gonna make sure that that's not me watching me. Don't think it is. Welcome to all the new subscribers. If you're subscribing, I'm sorry that you don't exactly know probably what you're getting into until this all starts. Normally I do have a face cam as well. Hi Andrea, Happy New Year. Orders will get packed up over this weekend and they're gonna get shipped on Monday. I saw yours sneaking in there, so we're here first. Anyway, if you're new to the stream, normally there is a face cam and everything like that, but my laptop is very precariously like set on a box right here. It's just off screen. And I didn't feel like setting up the face cam. Actually, I turned it off because I was like, well, you're just going to stare at my still messy bookcase as well behind me. So there's not much point because there's no face to see since I will be mostly on the ground until we get everything off the floor. I do have coffee. I did make decaf today because I was like, I want the ritual of coffee, but I do not need the caffeine right now. So here we are, decaf coffee in hand. I do have a caffeinated pop for later. Everyone is extremely worried about the fabric stash going into 2025, and I'm kind of looking at it like, I think we've got enough for this year, but even if I'm not in the marathon next year, I definitely need to get into Kyoto and Tokyo in 26. So, goal is today is to get everything off the floor. I think that's a noble goal. We'll get everything off the floor at minimum. And then after that, we'll work on, I want to tidy up this shelf back here because that's all the like pocket fabric and everything. I'm really thinking what I also want to do is I want to open up these, I want to get rid of all the books that are on the top shelf, which you can't see right now. And open up these two middle shelves, and we're going to kind of like, I had a plan for them and I can't remember what it was. Doesn't matter really, right? So yeah. I've got those little carts. I need to clean them up because I have discovered that the cats loved on them a little bit too hard. So there's some cat pee I need to clean off of them. I'm like, really, guys? So I need to cart it upstairs, both of them, and just use a little bit of enzyme cleaner on it. And then I have plans for those. I think that's where we're going to end up putting a lot of the notions pouches and like needle stashers when I'm piecing them out, because I never have a bin to put them in, or when I put them in a bin I put them all together, but I'm thinking if I put them in the individual shelves we'll be better off. So that's a task for tonight. Right now the kids in Dallas are out at the indoor playground because it is still minus 15 here and fucking cold. So I was gonna go, and then I was like, I haven't had a chance to like catch my breath all week because, of course, it's Christmas break, which is awesome, and then Twixmas, which means that the school was closed. They are open today technically, but it's like an optional day, which like if we don't have to, we don't like to take. If Dallas isn't home, I'm 100% taking it because we still pay for it, but yeah, they're out at an indoor playground, and I kind of went, I'm going to stay home, and I'm going to do this instead because this will put me, like, lift a lot of that stress off of my brain. So I did have to go snag another box of hangers. I have all these hangers from doing, like, the tote bags. I used to display them on these on, like, a clothes rack. They are now being repurposed to be kimono and obi hangers, and that is one of the main things that is actually a complete disaster right now is the obi, because I did just ditch them on the floor while we were doing stuff when I went, nope, fuck this, we got to get into the sewing studio instead. So we'll hang everything up. as best we can. I don't know how I ran out of hangers. These pieces like this is actually was cut for a wedge. Maybe we'll still make a wedge purse out of it. Like, why not? But so I'll put that aside because it's kind of finished. It's on its trajectory, I guess. Yeah, I hope everyone had a good Christmas. We spent a lot of time up at my in-laws over Christmas, but I did go to the Nutcracker with my eldest. They did so well up until about the last 10 minutes of the second act. And that's when they started getting antsy. So I'm like extremely proud of them because that is, even for me, it was a little bit of a like, whew, okay. I forgot how long this show was. But yeah, they were like, I thought, I was actually very concerned about the first act with the mice and everything like that. I thought that they would be get quite scared of it. Nope, not a worry. And then, yeah, they were like, went to the washroom in the middle of the thing. They were super anxious that they weren't going to get back. We weren't going to get back to our seats. I'm like, no, it's okay. We'll get back to our seats in time. We still had like 5 minutes because we didn't get any drinks or anything during intermission. Yeah, it went really good. It did make Christmas Eve a little bit hectic. So then we ended up having to like come back and go straight up to my in-laws. So I don't know if we will do that again, but I think for like the first time we see Nutcracker together, it was super special. So everyone was in a pretty good mood. Like, yeah. Now we will go see the Nutcracker again, but unless Dallas wants to like have that kind of special date of it as well, we won't do it that way again. I'll do it earlier in the performances because the other part of it is like the dancers were going, but you could tell that they were on their last performance. They were so tired. I was like, oh, you poor people. I was chatting with someone that their friend's daughter is in the dance, and they said that like basically it wipes them out for 2 to 3 weeks afterwards. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I said, ironically, we are going for like the Christmas Eve show because that's the one that they were complaining about. But yeah, it's cool because they have like the Calgary Philharmonic play for them, so it's live music, which means that's time to the dancers and like all of this. It is interesting because they did not have the Russian or Chinese dances. Or no, the Arabian and the Chinese. And the Russian was redone to be the caramel dance. So it's like, I think I understand why they did it. Or know why they did it. And I'm fine with it. But it was interesting. It did make it shorter, which was probably in our best interests this year. Yeah. I don't know. It's still really good. The performers were really good. River Dance is coming through at some point this year, and I'm really tempted to take them to that because I really enjoy tap. And I don't know, and they did really well with this, and tap is a lot more high energy, so I think they would really enjoy it too. But, well, basically what I should do is I should see how much tickets cost. I am glad that I went with the cheaper option of the tickets. So we were like 4 or 5 rows from the front and then in a few seats. So it dropped the ticket price from like, basically I got both our tickets for the price of one ticket on the aisle. I think it was like $70 a piece, whereas like front row seats were like, or anything along the aisle and stuff like that were like $130, which like for how much it probably costs them to support this, that's good. But not what I wanted to spend when I didn't know if we would even be able to make it through the whole performance. Knowing what I know now, if we go in a couple more years, I'll probably shell out for more central seats this time or next time. Because I know that at minimum we'll get through, and I think we'll all enjoy it more. I think the sight lines were okay, but I do think at least like middle, so like even if we're over towards the aisle or something like that of the center sections, that would be better. So, and I did check, there was not a pricing scheme difference because it was Christmas Eve. I did go to the matinee because I knew that would be a little bit cheaper, or usually it is a little bit cheaper. I think I did look at one of the evening performances as well, just to make sure that it wasn't like, yeah, anyway, I price checked everything to see what our best options were. It's also partly why only me and the eldest went, is because I was like, the youngest is not at the point where they can sit through something like, they're not like interested enough, and they're not at the point where they could sit through 2 hours. of dance. Obviously, the eldest barely could as well, but they did really good. So, yeah. And then we went up to my in-laws. We had food. We had drinks. We had frivolity. Came home. Santa visited. Everything. Kiddos got what they asked for. The youngest one has been asking for a robot stuffy. I want a robot stuffy. I want a robot stuffy. I want a robot stuffy for months. And so Santa talked to the workshop and got a robot stuffy. Had to travel a long way through a lot of mishaps, but it made sure it got here. And then the eldest's request was a camera. So Kid Mento has some really cute little like Kidmento? Whatever. It's a little camera that's got like a little silicone case, so it protects. It's basically a lens cap and a little extra grippy. And so that's what they got. And they adore it because they've been using our phones to like take photos and stuff like that. And it's like, well, it was cheap. It's better than my OG personal camera. Because I was like, okay, well, maybe I could just give them my camera. Because, hey, I've still got old digital cameras and everything like that. I think I've got most of the stuff to even charge the battery. But this camera is actually better megapixels and it's got video capabilities and all of this. So I was just like, you know what? We'll just do that. And like they're right at that age where it's like if I don't do the cute camera, they're gonna start like. Now is the time to capitalize on it. There we go. That's what it is. I think this is definitely little boy's yukata, I think, which is super cute. But yeah, I'm like on the hunt for all of my air miles points right now for flights to Japan for next year, and I can start actually pricing out here in the next couple months. More accurately, because basically I'm doing all my guesswork based on this year's dates, and that's whatever. We have to decide on our hotel in Tokyo, because the hotel in Tokyo is typically the most expensive part, outside of flights and hotel in Tokyo. Like we could go to Osaka and I could get us hotel rooms for like $80 a night. Not a big deal for a family of 4 too, on top of it, because it does cost more to travel with kids. We understand this, but yeah, it's the like hotel in Tokyo that's currently baffling my budget. Yeah, and that's the other thing is that one of the old cameras can definitely transfer to them when they're a little bit older. My little bit more professional Canon that I used to shoot the podcasts on would probably be the next step for them, because it clicks when I'm doing video, but it's still perfectly fine as like a photo camera. The hilarious part of that being is that I just use my phone now, because everything is like Mac and Apple. Everything like can just it communicates together, so I don't use my camera anymore. And actually I think the camera on my phone is better than the camera that I purchased, so it's like, oh, of course. Now there is something to be said about a digital camera versus a phone. I think there is a few more like customizable settings and stuff like that. But when it's just like, it's the difference between me posting stock and not, phone wins. So, okay, I'm keeping all the little pieces out because they're kind of, I think what we'll end up doing is I'll take one of the blue like IKEA bins and we'll put them in there. Mostly because that just makes more sense to me. This one's long enough that we're not going to do that. There's enough pattern here. Actually, maybe we should with this one too, because it's like one of the last one. No, we'll hang that. And I'm still on the hunt for a way to do all of the like rolls. I am extremely close. So I did go and get 2 2x4s. Well, I got one 2x4x12, and then I got them to cut it down into 2 6-foot lengths. I used the PEX pipe, but the PEX pipe is not strong enough. It's. I'm looking at it right now. It's like. Woo, especially with the lining fabric, and I do think it's actually straining the wood. So I don't know what a lot of people use. I just saw a suggestion for closet rods, so I'm gonna go get closet rods as a last ditch effort. but they're 8 feet long, so I've got to like strategize so I can get them in the truck or the Jeep. Because shipping them is $80, and I'm not paying $80 for shipping. And yeah, I looked on Amazon as well, and they don't have, like, they have a bunch of rods, but they don't have anything that is rated for the weight that I need, because that ironing, the lining fabric, I think alone is about 65 pounds. So the closet rods that I'm looking at right now are 8 feet, and for every foot across, it's like 17.5 pound weight limit. Evenly distributed, and since it's on a roll, it's evenly distributed. And I think that's supposed to be like something ridiculously above 65 pounds. I don't remember. What is it? 8 times 17.5 is 636 pounds. Just over 136 pounds. Hey, Flynn. So like we'll be fine if that works. Now, and the other issue I'm having is it's like, okay, do I just buy one and see if that works, or do I buy multiples so I don't have to make another trip into the city? Although the issue there being that I'd still have to stop at 2 different stores. I could order them and just do pickup, I guess. I've tried curtain rods. They do not work. That's actually what Dallas got me when we first started this project for this transition onto these racks. I've used wood dowels in the past as well, but they aren't long enough to go through, or they bow even under the interfacing, and that's why what the PVC is doing as well, is it's bowing under the interfacing. And the curtain rods that I got also bow under the interfacing. And I think part of the issue is that the curtain rods and the closet rods that I've been seeing on Amazon is they're adjustable, which would be so much easier, because there's a whole bunch of issues that I'm running into with this project. One of them being that the shelving is over here, and so I can't move the rod in and out of the stand very easily. So like I've already run into the issue of like, okay, how do you actually even load this rack? So there is multiple factors in this. I think with how it's set it up right now, I'll be able to do it so that we can kind of turn out over the cutting table and then take the rod out, take the whatever roll thing is off, put the rod, like the new stuff on, put the rod in, and then kind of like swing it back. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's just gonna break soon. Also, the top piece of this wood only took me like 10 to 15 minutes. The bottom piece of the wood was the shittiest piece of wood I've ever worked with. It had to have been knots or something like that. But I was like trying to use the hole saw. I had to go get a, they call it a spade bit. So it's the one that like, yeah, whatever. It was a nightmare to actually get these holes drilled through this fucking wood. So that is something I should check while I'm down here, though, because there are some closet rod options that I could get from Amazon, but they might be too big, and I don't really want to have to go in and re-drill these holes. I did a 1 1/8. And most of the closet rods that I'm seeing on Amazon are 1.3. Which doesn't even make sense. I'm going to assume that that's probably actually 1.25, so 1 1/4 inch. But it still doesn't work. So, I don't know. The saga. Like I said, it's the issue of being not micro and not warehouse. Thankfully, I did find this for this fabric. Like, rack idea, because so this is gonna probably cost me a couple $100 maybe. Hex pipe was the most expensive part, so that's annoying because that means that fail point. I even tried that. I know, right? No, it didn't work. So what I should do is I should buy the, like, oh no, it's too late now. I'm like, I should have bought the rods and had Dallas pick them up, but then he would have had to deal with loading them into the truck instead of me. Yeah, I tried that. It's annoying. I think it would have been better if I had only had 5-foot rolls as well, because right now we were like, so it's over a span of like 78 inches, and that's not helping anything either. Thank you for brainstorming with me, though. I have tried. It's so sad. I'm like, what are people using? Because it's like it's quilt batting, so it's not much lighter than the or if it is any lighter than the interfacing roll, which, by the way, is not even a full roll of interfacing right now. It's like that, I don't know, third roll that we have left over from last year. Like, so I don't know what's up. But anyway, we'll try the closet rods. I think what I'll do is I will go and I will get, yeah, I'm just going to get all of them. And then if they don't work, I'll return them. I'm very tempted to return the, like, 5-foot pieces of, I had to cut one down. I'm wondering if I can, like, return the rest of the, that doesn't feel like it, though, because it's like a sewer and water pipe thing, so maybe I'll pull them out and we'll sell them on or something like that in a bit. It hasn't fallen apart like the closet did last year when it didn't have its support, so we're ahead already a little bit. Maybe I'll do a run into the city by myself tomorrow and I can pick them up, because I could put them in the Jeep from passenger seat forward if I wrap them in a blanket or something like that. Give me something to do. Not like I don't have enough to do. But at least then I wouldn't have to, like, wrangle them when the kids are in the Jeep or the truck. Dude, why are you laying on the stuff? I know. Do you need a heating blanket in there? There's one more under you. You jerk. Come on. Get out. Get out of here. Okay. 3 more pieces to figure out here. Anyway, so that's what I worked on over Twixtmas. I said I didn't do much else. I said that I wasn't going to cast on something new, and then I totally cast on something new. Mostly because I did finish our Christmas stockings this year. Woo! They're done. Like, fuck. I'm so done. So that was good, because my youngest would have been devastated not to have their Christmas stocking this year. We have Christmas stockings. Dallas's aunt has actually made us some gorgeous Christmas stockings. I've almost gotten in fights with my mother-in-law about them because, of course, I really like doing stockings and she wanted them up there. So I was like, okay, to solve this, I'm just going to make a stocking. So that's what I did. Yeah, stockings. Then I cast on another Musselburgh hat for my youngest because the first one that I knit for them was too small. The second one for them is probably... Oh. Apparently our eldest got lost in the playground and Dallas found them crying. The youngest is just like fucked off and is on their own somewhere. Yeah, I cast on another Musselburgh hat from some Gauge Dye Works, something that I got from her at Knit City in... When was Knit City in Vancouver last time? 22? 23? 23. 23? It's 25 right now. 24. Yeah, it's 23. Holy. How is it not 24 still? Anyway. Existential crisis. Let's avert that. The first one that I knit him was too small, and so I'm knitting them the second one. They came up when I was like winding it. I don't have my cake winder still. I do not know where it is. You know, as soon as I buy one, I will find the other one. So I'm like, I've been holding off, but I'm like getting really close. I need to talk to Caroline because she's got some good ones in stock right now, and I might be able to like swing a deal or something like that. Who knows? Well, she's offered that she'll swing me a deal. It's like, okay, probably time. Because it's getting annoying hand winding, especially once you start getting above that like 200 yard point. These, thankfully, were worsted weight, so it was a little bit easier to This is not how you store your kimono, by the way. This is just how I'm hanging them because we are going to be cutting them up. Usually what you would, well, it's pretty damn close, I guess, but usually I'd be a little bit more careful about storing them. I do not hang my kimono. My kimono get folded. As a PSA for anyone who's like watching this is like, no! Yeah, I know. This is not proper kimono storage, but like this sleeve's falling off. I don't know why I'm even leaving it on. There we go. We're just going to pull it off for the next round anyway. Let's just do that now. Oh. Oh, that was a panel, not a sleeve. Whoops. Well. Okay. Here we go. Unintended for today. And then we hit the hem, which is like actually finished so that I can't continue. Okay, cool. Anyway, I was hand winding the ball of yarn of Gauge Dye Works for the youngest, for their hat. And they came up to me and they're like, is that going to be for my hat? I'm like, yes. So I know that they're going to like it at least. Because the other one was super cute. It was Crafty Jack's colorway in... Oh, it's not like shits and giggles. But it's like... Happy giggles? Joy and giggles? Giggles and joy? Something like that. But it's basically... It's a natural like sheep background, which is like off-white with rainbow speckles on it, and it's adorable, but it did not fit them. There's something up with that pattern. I definitely made the size that I was supposed to make for them, and it just did not fit. So I don't know if I'm a tight, well, I know I'm a tight knitter, but I knitted on a gauge that was like proper, and I measured that gauge, which it's like, okay, I did not block it. I don't think I would have gotten a lot out of it blocking it, and hats are such a pain in the ass to block. I know the whole balloon trick and everything like that. I hate balloons, so I usually don't do that. But anyway, they're excited about it. I'm like 2/3 of the way through it, I think, right now. Yeah, seriously, how did I not run out of hangers before? There's still Obi over here. There's like 2 more over here. What the heck? And there's a bunch of pieces. Whoa. Okay. Okay. The rest of that is like kimono pieces that are leftovers. And then I see some down here, which are large enough that they should be hung up as well. Okay. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on while I've been like doing like a night walk on the treadmill and stuff like that, because I adjusted my meds, which has not been a fun time because it means that like basically it's a 45-minute walk every night, which is good, but I don't like it because it's like there is no space for fun foods. We had cinnamon buns for Christmas breakfast, which I know they're high carb. I knew this. I knew what I was getting myself into going into it. So, like, take this with a grain of salt. My cat problems. But it was like we're up in my in-laws and it spiked, and I'd already spiked to like 20. My range at that point should have been in like the 10 to 12. It's supposed to be 10s like 2 hours after eating. That's probably about the time, about 2 hours after eating. So it's just kind of like, it's just tighter, which is fine because I am losing weight already. That like stubborn, so I'm down about 5 pounds since I took the meds off, which is about right actually, considering that it's been about a month. Just over a pound per week. I haven't tracked any of my calories or anything like that yet. I'm gonna have to start because then I'm not overeating. But just like not having to eat to counteract the medication, which is hilarious in some ways when you think about it. It's like, yeah, you got to eat to make sure that you don't go low, but losing weight is like one of the ways you can reduce your insulin resistance. It's so fucked up. Anyway, it's kind of just gotten rid of that stubborn few pounds that like I've been fluctuating through all year. And I have to say, one of the best perks of it is the fact that I don't have to worry about going low when I'm running. Like, I'll get off the treadmill right now and I'll have to like figure out a snack or something like that, but I have not had to figure out, like, worry about fueling on the treadmill, which was actually starting to be a concern Why is this? Oh, because it's 2 pieces. Okay, I'm like, why is it in 2 pieces? Because it was 2 pieces. That's right. We took it apart. It became 2 pieces. Yeah, so it's just been nice not having to worry about going low when I'm exercising. And, like, it's been good. So. This is not an endorsement that unless you feel like you want to, you do not need to lose weight, even if you're diabetic. I'm trying to lose weight so that I don't have to be on as much medication. And hopefully still able to have those fun foods. If I am not able to have those fun foods, I will go back on more medication, to be honest. Because what's the point? Yeah, it would be a little bit lighter to, like, take some stress off my joints and stuff like that while running. In my little petty heart, the main reason I'm losing weight is I want to get faster at running without having to do as much work to get faster at running. It hasn't worked that way yet, so who knows? The thing that's worked the best has been the consistent training, and that's the part that sucks, so. We're 18 days out from starting the next round of, like, proper marathon training. I'm like, no. Kicking and screaming. Dopey and, like, Disney are running next weekend, and I have such FOMO. Well, it's not even fear of missing out. I know I'm missing out. And I'm like, damn it, why does it have to be so expensive? And okay, realistically, if our dollar was closer to par, it wouldn't be so bad. But with, like, the 30 to 35% exchange rate, it becomes like, oh god, a big bill. Oh well. Kyoto. I just hope I get into Kyoto, because apparently they did actually end up going to lottery list this year for 25, and I'm like, okay. Because when I went to look at the actual sign up, it was just like, here, pay us your money. Money, please. You're in. That's what it felt like. But then I saw that they went to lottery, so I'm really hoping that that's not how it goes this year. Although I won't be surprised if it does, because Japan's really popular right now. The exchange rate is actually gone. It's still pretty in our favor right now too. So I'm hoping that, like, well, I hope for the Japanese economy it doesn't necessarily stay this way. I'm hoping for us it stays at least at what I call par, which is like $1 to 100 yen. Right now it's $1 to 110. So with, like, once you factor in all your, like, foreign exchange rates and everything on the credit cards, probably works out to about $1. When I've been there previously, it's been $1 to 85 yen. So that's what I mean by about par, is that it's like $1 per dollar to 100 yen. Way better exchange rate than Japan or US though. Actually, what is the US exchange rate right now? I'm also extremely worried about, like, I'm not. Let's CAD. I was thinking that I was going to probably escape. This is going to be a topic for a bit, just when, oh god, yeah, it's like $1 is 69 cents American. Ugh. Well, that's a good thing that we went down last year, I guess. For multiple reasons, that being one of the few ones. Okay. I think that's all of the large obi, kimono, haori, because that was what I just hung up was a haori, the kimono jacket. There are bits and pieces that I see around here, but that is a good portion of what was on the floor, off the floor, actually. The next portion of stuff that's on the floor that I can see and kind of know off the top of my head is gyoza bags. I see the handle box there for some reason. Probably past Katie did something. And even said that future Katie be like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm pretty sure we discussed that at some point. I know. I wish even with the Canadian dollar to USD, it'd at least go up to 80 cents, right? Like that 25% is not bad. I miss the days of par. I don't miss the days of par with gas prices, but gas prices have remained the same anyway. So it's like, okay, so just go back up to par, please. Oh yeah, what I was going to go into was the tariffs, and it's like I was thinking that we were going to escape pretty scot-free on the tariffs if like, because what I'm thinking is going to end up happening, and what most people are predicting will end up happening is, of course, that they'll tariff our stuff, we'll tariff their stuff, and it'll just be a tariff ping pong match basically. I don't know how this works under NAFTA, but who knows if they disband NAFTA either. I'm very pessimistic about this right now. But I was like, okay, we're actually going to sit pretty good because like most of our fabrics are from Japan. And then I remembered that our canvas and our cotton webbing are probably from Japan. Well, I definitely know that our canvas is from the US. I don't know where the cotton webbing is from, but I would hazard a guess it's the States. And so I'm like, no. Now I can probably support a pretty decent chunk of that, but I'm like, I'm hoping I don't have to find a new supplier because I don't even know if there are any Canadian producers of cotton canvas. And I don't want to have to import that from China. We're already importing a lot of stuff from China. Speaking of which, I did get I don't know why I'm not still working. I'm going to have more coffee and then I'll sit down and we'll keep working. Anyway, I did get all of everything that was backlogged in the system from the postal strike. I feel really bad for Canada Post right now. I'm hoping they figure something out over the next few months. But we got the serger stand that needed to be replaced, although I did assemble it incorrectly, so I got to take it apart and put it together. Zippers came in. They look like a little hatch of dragons. A little dragon nest because they were all packaged separately. I think what they're doing with that is that they're like packaging it so that you avoid customs. And I'm like, just send it in one package because it's so hard to keep track of what you've received. They did the same thing with the scissors too, and I'm like, so I had like 10 packages of scissors coming. I'm like, no, just send me one package, please. I am fine with paying duties and taxes, but you know someone's complained enough that they just don't do that now. But I'm so annoyed because it's like so much waste, in packages. And all of that. Anyway, everything's in. Also, I found some more wristlets, so we can just need to pop key fobs on those. So those actually are going to be chucked over by the door, so I can take them out and do that. Okay, so it's stuff like this. And that's going to be in like a bin. There's a couple things that haven't been posted on the website, but these didn't turn out very well. They turned out okay. But this one was like overpressed. This one's cute. And I also need to just photograph all of those. Anyway, this is garbage. There's a pin in there though, so we'll keep that for now. I did get confirmation that we will be at Dawson Creek. They messaged me and said that I was their first person that they accepted this year. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, yay. Made me all gooey. In a good way, not a bad way. Sentimental? I don't know. I don't know what the word is for it. Gooey was the best one. Oh no. I pulled over my Scatus the other day and now it's like... Oh my goodness. Apparently there's drama going down at the indoor playground. Because of course school isn't into full swing until Monday. So apparently there was kids stealing pop and pop getting thrown everywhere. Sorry, that's what I keep checking my watch for. His dolls keeps like messaging me. Alright, so this has been knocked over, so it's absolutely useless right now for a holder anyway, because it needs to be hung. I need to get Dallas down here to hang this weekend. That's the Empress before it was renovated. Okay, I do want to keep those postcards then. By the way, one of the things I was thinking, and I don't know how many people would be on board with this, or if this is something that like a membership should work for, is that I was going to offer up mailing postcards from Japan when we do go in 26. I would charge a fee basically for time and like basically you'd be paying for my time to send you a postcard, but I would send it from Japan, from wherever, like Kyoto or Tokyo or whatever. I think that would be something that could be like selected maybe. Like please send me a postcard from Tokyo or whatever. But anyway, it's something that I've been toying with. It's something that I toyed with before, and I think I've mentioned it. And the response has been, fuck yeah. But I'll just keep floating it until we, like, actually go. I don't know when I would run. The one thing I don't know is when I would run signups for it. Probably, I guess, in October or something. Because then that would give us, like, what, 4 months? And realistically, you could keep purchasing it while I'm there. Because I'm there for, like, 3 weeks. But, like, you could do a whole little thing of, like, you get, like, a video of me putting it in the mailbox or something like that. That would be kind of fun. And I could choose, like, some iconic mailboxes I know about. I know there's one in Kyoto that's really cool. Actually, there's a couple in Kyoto that are really cool. Anyway, I think I might put that up as an option. Like I said, later in the year. I know it's January, but I've got to, like, that's the crazy thing right now is we got to start thinking about October and even February of next year. Because, holy crap, man. Yeah, if I'm just sending postcards, it's super cheap. Well, cheap enough. So that's what would be included in the cost of it. And I don't know what the cost of it would be. It'd be like under $10. Because it would end up being what would it be? It'd be like the postcard, the postage, and the time. And then you could do like little like little videos or something like that could get emailed to you once it actually gets sent, because that's kind of cool. To me, that's cool, at least. Okay, this one's nearly done as well. Apparently I missed it when I was actually sewing. Those are comic book boards, so we're going to pop those up on the shelf. I need Dallas to actually move the shelf. Poor Dallas. Maybe we'll just leave it there and I'll just deal with it for now, or see if this rack actually ends up working out, because what's going to disrupt it is the rack. Yeah, anyway, so it's like, I think it's cool. Okay, I guess the thing is it's just like, offer it, and if someone wants it, they've got it, right? And this is more because it's also like offering it to random people instead of, and being an official offering instead of it just being me like, hey friends, who wants one? Okay. Go. Just making sure we're not missing any messages. Black and gold. Black and silver. Black and silver. Odd blue and gold, purple and gold, navy and gold, white and gold. Okay, so I definitely overstocked on a few of the things that like I just ordered, but that's okay because I feel like the Traveler slings and the minis are going to be just as or more popular this year, so we'll not worry about it. Okay. By the way, if you're looking for a lot better, like, well, not better, but like a lot more organized decluttering video, Just Get It Done Quilts actually does a really good series every year. And so it's like, so it's just started. It's a lady out of Ontario, I think. I don't know where, but Ontario. And she does like, so the first day is garbage. That's what you do. That is the task, is get the garbage out. And so it's just a really nice way to kind of, I've never done it on her like schedule, but it's really cool to see some of the ideas that come out of it. So, and I don't think she keeps it up year round, so I would suggest watching it in like January or so, just to like, furnace. Get the whole like story, I guess. I did get this one in a gold as well, although the tape itself is a little bit darker. It's still really pretty though, so because I think there's like 2 bags left there. This looks like it's ready for something, I don't know what, so we're gonna pop it here. I think at this point You've been interface for some reason. That's personal. Okay. Yeah, I think at this point what I should do is we should pick up all of this stuff off the floor and work on it from the table, because that's going to be more comfortable. But there's not enough room on the table either without shimmying stuff. Okay. Well, let's work on what I can actually see then. Old stamp. My rings are all moving. That's one thing, is it's like, as I've lost some weight, my fingers are starting to get thinner, and it's like, no, I'm gonna have to go get my rings resized. I don't like being without my rings when when they're everyday wear like this. It's like, no, don't take it away. But you've seen the struggles. I always have to take them off when I'm downstairs because my hands get cold and they shrink, and then it's like they're like spinning around the finger when I'm at the sewing machine. It's like, ugh, worst feeling. I don't know why. Okay. I'm gonna kind of like shuffle this. Yeah, okay. I see what we're going to do. Need to move this over here and just move it out of the way. It has a box of stuff. What stuff? We'll find out in a minute. It's all a mystery right now. Just kind of pile everything on here. Okay, there are a lot of pieces for patterns here, so we'll be a little bit more careful with that, just because it's like, I see the ones for the new fin sling bag, and so I don't want to damage them. Obviously, I don't want to damage any pattern. Oh, well, don't want to damage any pattern pieces as I lift up the folded like traveler pouch pieces. Fuck. Oh, I know I've got the plastic templates, but the paper patterns are still really nice for like a backup, and also a backup to the plastic. I know if I haven't transferred information, it's just that's what this is backup for. Those are scraps I'm not going to use, so I need to start a bag for my friend again. This handy dandy Disney World one right here. Get in there. Sweet. Because I think there's a box down there that's actually there's a box down there that's actually scraps for her as well, so we'll work that. Hello, Wendy. Happy New Year. I know, mine too. Someone posted that they were tidying up, and I'm like, look at mine, and they're like, I could never work in that, and I'm like, I can't either. Because seriously, come on, I can't. Oh right, sorry, the mic is on that. Let me find it. Because I'm probably like rubbing my arm all over the fucking thing. Sorry. Oh, we are getting in trouble with the kids. I had given them permission to swear around us. I was like, okay, go for it. Like, whatever, it's another word. And they were using it contextually correct. However, they were using it too much yesterday. And Dallas doesn't want to hear it. So I'm like, okay, we won't, right? But then they started calling him out on it when he was saying it. And he's like, no! He's fine with that. He's like, call me out on it. But it was hilarious to watch and just like realize how much he also does it, because I have a sailor's mouth. There's like no way around it. I started swearing, and I just have not stopped. But yeah, they were using it too much, and I agreed. It's like, okay, yeah, no, this is way too much. And the big thing is we don't want to. They're going back to school next week, so we don't want them carrying it through to school next week. So it's like at that point where we might actually have to give them a warning of like, see, we've had the battle this week of like swear words. They're using it correctly. They're not using it against people, so it was like, what the fuck, not fucker, which I'll also take that. But they were using it too much. So I was like, all right, rule change, can't use it anymore at all, and we will limit our use of it too, hopefully, except for my streams. So welcome to the adult swearing stream right now. We're going to move you over to the table because most of the action is actually going to happen up here now. I think maybe something's happening. I don't know what it is. At least we got a clear spot on the actual table. And hey, now I can actually do the webcam because there's some point to it. La la la. What did I turn off? This guy? No. This guy. Hi, I'm back. Kinda. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 3. Jeez. Holy. Alright, let's. It's still chaos. But, so the main thing we want to do, I said that I was going to tidy up the floor. That was the goal. But the main goal is actually to get the, I'm going to pop the microphone on that cable. The main thing is actually to get the cutting table clear because we have Creekside on the 18th. I don't have any large box bags to mention. What's this? There's actually something in here. Oh. The fuck? Okay. I guess that makes sense, but it's like, it's a bunch of pieces of the cutoffs. Creepy. There's just like cat eyeballs in there. I can't sew this because it's ultra. Although I don't think that's going to make very good stuffing either. And you can't really pull this interfacing off because it's plastic. Can you? Let's find out. Nope. I don't know. Yeah, just garbage. Katie, just throw it out. Throw it out. Done. Garbage. Speaking of which, let's gather up the other garbage. Okay. These interfacing pieces are actually useful. We'll use these for notions pouches and needle stashers and all of that. That is a product to actually get on the website. This is the electric rotary cutter, which just needs, I don't know why it's still plugged in. I guess I should probably respond to Dallas so he doesn't think I'm dead. Actually, I almost got myself stuck in the storage room in the basement here because my large quilt board is over there and it like leaned exactly in between the handle and the door frame. And I was like, this door doesn't lock, but it, yeah, I almost got thrown out or kept out of my cutting studio. Okay. Yeah, now he knows I'm not dead. This was actually the fabric that I used for the eldest's Christmas outfit. It's not much use for it anymore, but I'll throw it in the personal stash box that's over there. This is a fucked up Kato cut, which means that these are all scraps right now. La la la. How wide are you? Not. We can make that a wristlet. Okay, so what the hell am I actually doing? What am I doing up here? That's garbage. That is large enough to make a notions pouch or needle stasher, which I need that bin for. This is in good enough shape to make stuff out of. It's the lining from a holiday. So I'm going to pop that in the bin over there that I see. We've got some extra little T-charms to make some more progress keeper stitch markery things. Peach. This is probably from, I don't even know what that's from. Why it's here. Hori. Kimono. Hori. Some random red and the fabric that I used for the youngest's Christmas shirt. Very cute. Has not washed well. It's weird. The Santa fabric's done extremely well. And that Santa fabric, or the pinecone fabric, has not held up well. And I'm like, what's going on? I know it's not the highest quality. I buy it at Michael's. It's fine because it's like they're going to grow out of it in the next little bit anyway. But it is like compared to what I'm comparing to it in part is that Santa dress, which is also Michael's fabric from the same company, I think. Recycling. I need to go grab a recycling bin. Yeah, I'm comparing it to the Michael's fabric that I also got last year for like a dress for the eldest as well, and it's been through the ringer, almost literally, because it's just been washed constantly throughout the year. I didn't even serge the seams, and it was fine. So, what gives? That goes in the scrap bin. That's where that's going. Interfacing. I do have an interfacing bin. I was actually putting stuff in it the other day. What else do we have? More interfacing. Surprise! All the interfacing offcuts. Glue spreaders. This is what we should be using with the leather. Shit, probably. Over there. The fin bag cuts. I do remember what this is for, mostly because, oh no, there's a traveler. Like, there's a fin bag template on top. No, there's not. It's a traveler pouch. The recut of the glasses case, which we do actually need to restock. Little heads to make coasters from. I think I was waiting for the black felt for these. I think that's why they're here. Why are you here? Because you would make a very cute squat head cat as well. Excellent. This is the black felt that's supposed to be used for that. So, wait, is that delivered? Oh, it was delivered by the same company. Interesting. Shit. I don't want to put stuff on the floor, but there's no room underneath. Put it with the waterproof vinyl. Okay, waterproof vinyl or nylon, whatever the hell it is. Eek! Stay up there. Stay. Single cuts. I have to figure out what the fuck to do with these. It was never a very popular print. I'm on it now. I'm very tempted to do like an actual fabric sale. I don't know how that would go over. Into the shelf for now, but like I do need to figure that out. Okay, kimono. Stuff. Yeah, it's like a half whip. It's like in progress, but I don't have a whip bin for them either, so. And if they end up in the whip bin, they may as well be gone forever right now, so. Because you think we're touching the whip bin again until next, like. You have more trust in me than I do, Wendy, that's for sure. Andrea knows. We did decent on our whip bin last year, but there's still 3 full bins under my table right now, and a half full bin out by the actual sewing table. Yay! Okay, so that's not feasible. Everything's just going in the same bin. Doesn't matter. Make it easier. Oh, that's a nice big piece. Okay, so this is also where we piece out a lot of stuff for handles. And since we're going to be doing large box bags, we're going to need a lot for handles here coming up. That is an interior for a Glenda bag, which are down here. I need my interfacing box, which is over here. What did I say I also needed? I needed a recycling bin. Probably could go out and get right now. It would help quite a bit. What is this? A bag. Patterns. Oh, I know where I'm storing patterns right now. Ooh, that's a crumpled up piece. These are all things from the Scatus that fell off or fell down because I knocked it over. Yeah, we will go pick up those rods on Tuesday because I gotta meet someone to sell this scissor cutter. Scissor sharpener on Tuesday. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I thought I had a blue bin on there for recycling, but apparently I don't. So that's weird. Oh, use that. We won't use that. Garbage. That's fine. Didn't I just pick up all of the interfacing and put it in the interfacing bin? Or was that just all the stuff? Doesn't matter. Alright. Oh, there's the passport folder finally. I'm waiting for my official name change to come through though, because we actually looked at going down. The kids would adore seeing monster trucks right now. And there is actually one in Spokane, Seattle. It's not a fun drive in the winter, but it's not a bad drive in the winter. Well, okay, it depends on the year. I don't think it's going to be a bad drive this year. But I was like, oh, right, I need to wait for my, name change to come in. And it's all getting held up by the mill right now, so. On top of our government. Because there's zero real reason to deny me a name change, so I don't think that that's going to be the holdup. It's just getting it to me. Because when I apply in November, so she said about 6 to 8 weeks, approximately, plus the mail delay. So I should be seeing it soon then, soonish. It's actually my deceased grandma's birthday today, so just remember that. She is not seen on the shelf with the cat. Don't worry. She's very safely put away in a mausoleum. Crematorium? Crematorium. So. Not sitting behind me while I'm streaming like Remy. Oh, poor cat. Okay, we're getting there. This is good for needle stashers and such. What are you supposed to be? You look like a small box bag cut. Ow. The heck? You caught on a little non-existent hair. The hell? Okay. If I need interfacing for handles, it's in the interfacing bin. Although, actually, honestly, everything that's in there should probably just stay in there for, odds and ends so that we don't have the whole kerfuffle like we did last spring when the interfacing changed. That was not my fault. And honestly, I think we probably rolled with it the best we could. I don't know if you were here for that, Wendy. I know Andrea was here for that, but holy shit. It was there's a bunch of... Oh, okay. And there's another little wristlet. There's a bookmark and a scrunchie. Yeah, anyway, I know that Andrea was here, and it was because we got that new roll of interfacing, and then it didn't match anything. So it was I had 2 different weight interfacings, but we had already... What was it? We had interfaced a bunch of the handles? And then, but we need to interface all the interiors, and then it turned out to be completely different interfacing weights. Anyway, disaster, utter, complete faff. It was ridiculous. There's a bunch of drawstring bags that we need to sew together. More obi. That feels like that was supposed to be Kato drawstrings, but I'm pretty sure we're almost done the Kato drawstrings. So I'm gonna pop it in the kimono bin. Drawstrings are going towards the door so we can take them out. You're already interfaced. You're excess from other stuff. You are too damn small. Okay, but that's a good lining material for bookmarks. That's one of those. That's a Glenda lining, and this is... Yeah, the large box bags. Okay, so you got that whole drama last year. All right. I couldn't remember if you were right around that time. I just couldn't remember if it was like right before or right after. Right, because you were here for Dawson, and that would have been part of that run. I know, such fun, right? You buy what you think you're using, and then you get something fucking different. And then when I did go back to buy the medium weight again, the woman that helped me was like, swapped it because she's like, I don't think this is what you think it is. It's like, oh, well, that explains that whole debacle. Because it wasn't. Meh. But that got sold to me by a grumpy man, and I think that was part of what ended up happening. Just not on his A game that day. Strips. Strips are going in that pile. Is there any good ones in here, or is this just a death trap? It looks like there's some good rotary blades in that case. I don't know if they're new or old. Okay. It is a death trap. We're going to put it on the magnet so that they kind of stay in that package. That is useful. I need that for that hat that I'm knitting right now. Vinyl. It's a random piece. That's like dirty. Looks like I could use a press probably. Okay, I put the vinyl in there. We're gonna put it together. Garbage. Elastic's useful. Cut up. This actually should be here. That's a coaster. I don't know why I'm throwing it around with abandon when I could actually put my coffee cup on it. There we go. Getting used as intended. My God, the novelty. Cutting board, pen templates. That box is next, but we're politely ignoring it right now. I think it's actually mostly whips. I don't remember which whips. Red floral equals Kato and gyoza. Polar Bear Cafe, gyoza and mini travelers. Okay, so this is the stuff that we'll keep it, because that does feel like a something. Something crazy probably, but something. Okay. Twist ties. We don't need twist ties. Throw out the twist ties. We don't need that tiny of a piece. We don't need this little offcut. We do, however, need the pens. And I'm gonna throw stuff that's going on the Scatus up there. That works. Cricket, yes. Clip, yes. Oh, this is recycling. Like I said, I swear I had a recycling bin outside the door, but it turns out that it's just a big Amazon box, I guess. But I had a blue bin. And it's also, now it's like, where did the blue bin that I had two down here, so where did they go? Probably got pilfered for upstairs at some point. Scraps. Garbage. Cute cat paperclip. Back with the other cute, with its brethren. I just realized I could turn you down a little bit more and you probably could see quite a bit more. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. More centralized viewing. Is this elastic? Okay, so the elastic's still good. Recycling. What's this? A blank piece of paper. Helpful. Another coaster. These are by Smirking Cat, or Yuki Tanaka. She's a local Calgary artist. She does, she does things and other things. She's a cat illustrator, and every year she does Cattober, which is super cute, and she does tea towels. There we go. That's where I was getting eventually. And they're just really cute. I really like her. And then she's also got she subscribes to the same thing as like as little waste as possible, basically. And so her coasters are offcuts from like tea towels and stuff like that that she doesn't like. She's recently switched also to a cotton linen blend, and it feels so good as a tea towel. It's amazing. All right, this is a sale, like not business, but person marketplace. Garbage, not garbage. Okay. That knee. There. Okay, that looks like that can be flippy floppies. Yeah, I know. Well, okay, so we're not cutting more. Well, okay. The problem with the whip bin right now is it's not large box bags, and that's what we have 3 of. So that's what I need to work on in the next week. Yes, we are going to work on the whip bin. And the hilarious part of you saying that is that we've got a full Kato whip bin. And so that's what we're going to crack on after we get the large box bags done. I'm feeling pretty good about it because honestly we did clear out a lot of stuff that's just kind of been lingering. Like the appliques are now all on canvas pouches and notebooks. Have I got them online? No, but that now can happen. So and it's stuff like this. Like we're going to end up doing a lot of notions pouches and needle stashers and tiny things this year, I think is what's going to end up happening. And big things. And we're all going to wonder when I'll have the time, because I don't know yet. Got to start looking actually for, I want to put the kids in a little bit different summer camp this year, I think, because their preschool did exactly the same thing. I think I brought this up before. Anyway, fine, whatever, right? But it's like, I think they'll be bored. The eldest will be bored if we end up doing, I think, another year there of the exact same thing. So I'm trying to think of like, or see if there even is another option for their age range. That's part of the problem right now. That also has like that good of hours and isn't a drive into Calgary. Like there's a few factors in this decision making. The following year, there's like some robotics and that kind of class that the youngest will probably, if they're still into robots, will adore. But that's like 2 years from now, so. And also drive into the city, which is the part that actually sucks about it, because it's like, well, that's like an hour and a half out of the day every day. And then so depending on like timing, it just might not work. Those look like passport cuts. This is going to end up being a gyoza handle cut. And yes, the gyoza bags do count in the whip bin now. Anything that's cut right now is part of the whip bin. So that's what we're going with. These are all little ribbons that got cut out of the embroidery bags. And I think that's actually what's mostly in the whip bin right now. We'll do an assessment of the whip bin when we move out to the sewing studio. After we sew the large box bags. Because that is priority number 1 right now. Recycling. So we're just going to do a recycling pile right here. These will all go in my friend's bag. Because as much as I asked other people if they wanted them, I have not had any response. So I'll just keep it around until she needs it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I did tidy up the denim, so it's in 2 bins and a suitcase right now. Because I had my buy nothing page was extremely generous. And then right at the same time that I was looking, I'm holding this like I'm going somewhere with it, but it's going to, I've got ribbon bins out in the studio. This is intended for a eyeglass case. Anyway, yeah, right when I was looking there was a bin of jeans on sale on Facebook Marketplace. So I ended up with like, I don't even want to really, I don't know. It's going to make my cost of goods sold for taxes insane to calculate. But it was like a massive garbage bag, like black garbage bag of jeans for $50. And I'm like, okay, I can work with that. Now, obviously, I'll still take donations and everything like that, but I was like, that's a pretty good deal. So, hopped on it. Felt really creepy because I was like, was one of the mornings that I had to drop Dallas off at work really early. Like, he had to be at the airport at like 5:30 or something like that. So I arranged with this woman. I'm like, I can come back if you're not creeped out by it. I can come pick this up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. She was on the way home too, which was awesome. And like, as long as you're good with that, I'm good with that. Just leave it out for me. So she left it out in the dark. It's this really fancy neighborhood, really fancy house. Walking up the driveway to pick up this freaking bag of jeans. Did not feel out of place at all. No, totally felt out of place. That was sarcasm. But it was a success, so who cares? That's too short for anything except we can use it for a couple handles for the gyoza. May as well, whatever. That's cotton webbing. I usually use the Polypro for it, but whatever, not a big deal. Okay, so I think this box under here, under all the shit that's on top of it, is passport folders. I think. It's something. It's something. I know it's a project box because that's how we organize projects. We also have a ton of traveler slings to finish. What was it? Traveler slings and passport folders to finish as well. That's tech stuff. We're going to put it up here on the shelf because we'll deal with that once the status is up. I did actually get the Kato out of this fabric, so I need to email her. We got to finish it, but that was one of the ones that we were working on the other day. And that looks like it actually might be either a wristlet or a needle stasher. Let's see. Wristlet. And maybe some... Ooh, those would be cute scrunchies. They'd be tiny, but they'd be adorable. Or we make that into the... Yeah, we make this into the wristlets because we can fold it to fit the hardware. And then we use this for the scrunchie. Okay. I had a scrunchie pile back there, so that's just getting distributed. Whatever, just ignore me. I'm not running the stream or anything like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's going back there. That's scraps for... There's a scrap pile on the floor. That's where it's going. Because the point is we're going to clear this up and then we're going to bring everything off the floor and put it on the cutting table. I just need space to cut right now. It's the only problem with adjusting the size of the... That is a needle stasher. It's been the only issue that I can see with moving the size of the handles down. It does work better with the fusible interfacing. However, it does mean that I don't end up with the nice cuts for like needle stashers and notions pouches. Although really, it's not going to be a problem. There are so many leftover pieces just like wandering around like this. Now this though is actually the larger cut, so we'll figure that out. Now we're getting into the stuff I don't know. This looks like these are cuts for the small box bag. I think. Right, because the passport folder could be cut out of that. Okay, so that is for small box bag. And it's just going on top of the bin. That is scraps that we use to reinforce snaps and stuff like that. So this technically should actually be out in the sewing side. Sewing side. Paper. We do want our notebook there because that's been super handy, or at least I'm pretending that it's been super handy. That is the pattern cut list for the passport folder. More vinyl. What the hell? That must have been that looks like it was the even up cut, to be honest. All right, more ribbon that we no longer use. Should just go through and use up what we actually have left for ribbon. It's dumb not to, but actually it's been a good experiment. That is a receipt that I should be keeping. Fuck. Okay, where would I put receipt? Okay, I am going to put this with this receipt so I don't lose it right away. Because then these are all... What are these? These are passport folders, I think. That don't have... Right. That don't have their interior stuff cut yet because we decided to do a small amount of cutting. Okay. That in there. Cricut stuff up there. I'm going to put the receipt with the other receipts, and then we can bundle this up and put it back underneath the table, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, if this is another receipt, I'm going to be really upset. Yes, it's another receipt. Okay. That is... Granted, that was a paper receipt of a the paper copy of a digital receipt I've already accounted for. I always feel really bad throwing these out, so because they could be used very similar to the comic book board. So I'll pop it up there with the other comic book boards for now. If I don't use it in the next 6 months, we'll get rid of it. Those are counts for the Kato, which don't matter anymore because I A, don't know which ones they are for, and B, I'm pretty sure we actually do have everything cut. Oh, that is... Oh, these are cuts for some of the ones that need to be stitched together. There's some twill. Okay, so this is passport folder shit. I still need a shelf in this closet, I think. And then I could pop stuff in there. Okay. Let's see. Katie's brains are whirring. We don't really have space underneath, so I could put them on top of the cat who's sleeping on the mini traveler things cuts. Or I don't know. Let's just move it. Whatever. No. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, don't put it on top of the scrap bin that we're working with directly right now. Don't put it directly on top of the interfacing bin because we will need to get into the interfacing bin here soon. Or something. Okay. Don't know. Don't care right now. Don't know. Don't care. Don't know. Don't care. We do know. But the bookmark needs a lining. Okay. Whatever. These are just cuts that need to be folded. They are not large enough for me to worry about a comic book board. They're just not. Bloop. This one might be... No. Okay, but we're also at down to the last little bits of these guys. So now the problem becomes, what do you make with the dregs of the fabric? I guess I am thinking of that. And what do you do with Drunken Sailor? Thinking it almost would be worth going in and doing a measurement of a lot of these last pieces and then doing a free-for-all. Not free-for-all, but that's what took up some... I'm like, why was it so slow to get started last year? But I opened up the pick your own orders. And so that's kind of what I'm toying with to do with the last pieces where I'm analysis paralysis on it. I think that actually would probably be the best way, the most equitable way to do it. At the same time, that was in some ways, a disaster to manage for me with how busy it was last year. I don't know yet. Okay, what are we down to? Those guys? Paper patterns. Paper patterns. We've done decent so far. There's a crap ton at my feet that I keep kicking, but we're here. We'll work through it. Scrap. And then that pile, which is whatever it is, we'll deal with that towards the end probably. Okay. Ribbon. We're just going to keep all the ribbon over here. This is actually a template for a pin cushion that I've never brought onto the website, but I'm very tempted to bring back because I have a whole stack of them to sew. That's going to go in the bag. I do think I've actually convinced another friend to come with me in November, though. Because it's Tara. She's been chatting about, like, actually going to Japan. It wasn't one of the ones that's, like, high on her list. But she travels a lot with her sister. And her sister mentioned it. And it's like, well, why don't we go? I was like, why don't you come with me at some point? Because that would be a lot of fun. And so we were kind of toying with the idea of, like, she wouldn't come with me for a full trip sort of thing. But she might come and, like, we make sure that we coincide in Kyoto. Maybe on my second trip in 2026. Because I already know, since it was, like, so Natsumi-san, who makes all of the she makes all the brooches and the charms and a bunch of other things that I've ordered now. She's been extremely successful. I'm very happy for her, but it does mean that she's not able to have anything done basically for us for when we go in February. And I will need a trip by February, I think, for, like, summer making. I don't think we're going to be as tight as we were coming out of, like, restrictions when I was first able to go back in 2022. But I don't think we're going to be that far off either. It's thinning out. Anyway, so I already know that I'm going back in 2026. I'm like, I originally was saying June, but I think I'll push it out to November because, hey, nicer weather, cheaper flights, and just, like, a bunch of factors in it that just make it probably a better decision to do it then versus earlier. Plus it gives Natsumi time to actually finish stuff for us. You know, the most important part of that trip. Yeah, that's true. I could do it with that. And then, because then it's, like, an attractive fabric that people want to buy. Just deciding what to do with them. But yes, book sleeves are actually something that I should put on the top of the list. And we did well enough last year that I have zero compunction about investing into that stuff. Because what held me up was the interfacing, because it's not cheap. Wait. Oh, that's the mini. Okay, so there's the passport folder. This is the mini along with the paper pattern. Okay. Yeah, so I should actually, that's something that I should do here coming up. But anyway, so yeah, so it's like I already know that I'm going to go back in November. So I was like, hey, like, let's try and coincide her trip with my trip, and it'll just be, because it's like, Japan is amazing as a solo traveler when you've already done it. Because she doesn't speak Japanese or anything like that. And I also love, and I've mentioned this multiple times, but I love shopping for fabric with other people because everyone's got such different tastes. So, yeah, you're right, Andrea. And that'll actually, oh, yeah. Shit. I do need to work on the book sleeves because, okay, Omatsuri has also been confirmed. I have not been confirmed as a vendor, but I'm going to assume that I'm in. Because they moved it back. And, so it's January, not that far back. July 18th and 19th. It's actually over my anniversary. But Dallas is home. So that means that there's zero, like, conflict or concern about childcare for the kids. Because if it was in August again, there was going to be the whole, okay, go set up, and then I've got to make sure that someone's got a vehicle, and, like, can pick up the kids, and, like, the night market goes until 10 p.m., blah, 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 blah. So, but Dallas is home. So that just, like, resolved a lot of the, like, all of the issues with that event for me. Just awesome. So, like I said, I'm going to assume I'm pretty safe that I will get into that. But that's one of the shows where we definitely want some book sleeves. Just, like, again, some everyday items. I think I still like that one that we did from the Frenchie fabric the best. Definitely the interfacing. And just the size of it. Now, I do have, I should actually, I joined that Smutty book club with the local bookstore. I should test out with the sizes of books that we've been reading for the past few times there and actually, like, make it to fit those sizes. That would be good. We just did, what did we do? So we did the Throne of the Fallen? Key of the Fallen? Something by Carrie Maniscalco. I do not know how I know the author's name and not the title. Don't come at me. You guys won't, but anyone else watching that's like, Katie! I don't know. I don't remember it. Why do I only have one piece of mini traveler sling? Probably because it's on the sewing table. And that's probably why I'm missing traveler sling pieces too. Anyway, so we did that, and then we just did Fourth Wing and... Or, like, the next one is next Tuesday, actually. Is Fourth Wing and... Oh, God, whatever the sequel is. Which I had listened to over the summer. The first one was better than I remember it. The second one was so bad to reread. I was, like, so bored. It's like, no. So, now, it was a reread, so that's better than, like, not liking it when I was reading it. But it was a little bit just like, I am so bored. And a lot of the time, I much prefer books that have, like, a reread ability. But it was just, like, the drama, it was mostly the fact that the, like, conflict of the story was so contrived. Like, they're in a war, and, like, her main thing is that she's got trust issues. I'm like, yeah. I'm in this club with my sister-in-law, and what she said is that she has to keep reminding herself that they're actually adults, not, like, teens. And I'm like, yes, that's what it is. And I think that's what it is with the series in general, is, like, it's an amazing YA series, except it's got too much sex in it. Or, like, open door sex rather than closed door sex. God, it could have happened even behind closed doors. But it's like, that's how it reads, is what, at least that's how the vibe of it was YA. Like, high YA. Teen YA, not like just out of middle grade reader YA. Because I guess it is pretty gruesome in some ways too. There's a lot of, like, it's not gratuitous gore, but there's a lot of gore. So there's, like, a couple factors where I think that's partly what happens, is it moves it away from YA because of that. Definitely the sex and probably the the gore of it. It's a war novel. But it reads so much like YA. It's insane. Okay. Bits and bobs. Okay. This is becoming the bits and bobs pile because mental capacities. Patterns. Those aren't going to fit in envelopes, so I can't do that. We're just going to gently place them up there for now. I've got random pieces of traveler pouch and mini traveler sling, and then the passport folder. Now, I think this will fit in an envelope, so let me go grab one. Okay. Alright, we haven't even, like, kicked that much off of the table. Gross? Yeah, I'm just kind of... I did pre-order the next one because that's the next one in the, like, book club, which is okay. Because honestly, what I will probably do... it supports my local bookstore, so that is... It doesn't fit. It's like a half-inch too big? Not even. God damn it. What size are you? What size are you? It should fit. It must be 9 by 12s. God damn it. Okay. Crank. Yeah, so I like having like this, and then I put it in a magazine holder. Because like then all of these little pieces don't get like lost. But what I am thinking what I need to do is I need to figure out how to hole punch and binder ring it, and then we can hang them up. Or like binder ring them on a, actually binder ringing them and then putting them on a, a hanger in the closet would be good. My rulers, I don't. At one point I did hang the rulers, but this studio's changed so much that I don't even know what I'm doing right now, I think. Other pattern pieces are out in the sewing side, so we'll go pick them up afterwards. Anyway, I gotta figure out if I've got enough hand strength basically to like hole punch through it. Yeah, that's what I had. Somehow the I'm wondering how I ran out of hangers, but I added a bunch. And I brought a bunch back into the fold because I was like, oh, we can use it for this now. Oh, that's why I ran out of hangers. Anyway, if I still had more skirt hangers, yes, I would hang it on the skirt hanger. But I think with the itty bitty pieces, I just gotta figure out if I've got enough hand strength to actually hole punch them. And then we will hole punch them and binder ring them onto like one hanger. And then I should only have like one or two hangers and I don't have to worry about it. I have a bolt in here and I think it's actually from one of the carts, so we'll double check that when I'm cleaning them. Alright, what do I have hiding under here? We have a needle. I have so many needle stashes that just need things. Although, granted, my hand strength ran out. That's why we stopped that. Because I was like, oh, right, that's what we finished right before Airdrie last year, was a bunch of needle stashers. Because I remember standing here, like, testing them. Okay. Passport holder, blah-de-blahs. Flappy flaps. Okay. I'll take it. We're not doing too bad. We haven't, like, kicked a bunch of stuff off onto the floor. I am going to take all the ribbon right here because that's going to annoy me if I leave it here. And I'm going to take the little pile of recycling out because I'll walk right by the recycling bin. And then we'll do the pile that's like behind me towards the closet. That's what we're going to do. Part of the reason that I also have to get this, besides the fact that we got to go in and do a bunch of freaking large box bags, I also need to do this because I need to get all my Christmas stuff back in my storage. And I am currently blocking the door into said storage room, so la 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 la, we're going to ignore that. It's with shit like this though, like this is empty. Then the floor. Oh, just put the pattern pieces on the floor. Oh, then the floor. Yeah. So actually, we're moving on to the floor. More, kinda. We're gonna pretend I'm moving on to the floor. Anyway, this is actually the containment unit for the Finn sling bag until we're done tidying. What I am digging out of here is I got ducked at Knit City, and I keep forgetting that they're in here. There's a bunch of scraps in here that we're gonna use for. I think I figured out a thing that we're going to do with these. We're going to actually go in and sew bags and put a tulle over cover over top of it. And this will be the confetti crumbs that are in it. Will that be happening here this year? Oh, that would make a... Ooh. That would make a super cute and, like, texturally interesting book sleeve. Anyway. Got ducked at Knit City, Calgary. A little purple duck and a little orange duck. Came back to the like booth after I had gone to do that freaking long live stream. And they were on my badge press. I don't know who did it exactly, but I think I know who did it because they were kind of checking in on it. And Tara was in the booth, and I'm like, who did this? And she's like, I don't know, but they said that they know you and you don't know them. And I was like, that's creepy as fuck. But alright, it's fun. Alright. Bin. Interfacing, stay in there. Oh, what are you? Oh, you're the paper interfacing. Okay. Hey, that is the scrap bin we need. And then this is the other scrap bin that we need. Okay. That one is all Japanese. Okay, so this box is all Japanese scraps. It's actually not too bad. There are more. I know there's more. That looks like a small box bag. This is a North American fabric that I was originally going to make bags out of. But now we're going to put it into pockets. It's basically tweeting cats. kittytwitter.com, which has not aged well at all. I actually deleted my Twitter account a few months ago. I hadn't used it in years anyway, because I just found that it was starting to just... The takeover was was not the nail in the coffin. There we go. For me personally. I think it worked really well for what it was for a very long time. But I hadn't been posting to it for a very long time either. So it was like no real loss. Oh, hey, here's the bag from my friend. Yay! And there's some... Yeah, okay, never mind. That's scraps for her. Okay. So we will condense this bag into the... No, we'll condense the Disney World bag into that one. The Disney World bag is far more useful for shows. Haha! I can see floor! There's floor down there somewhere. I was actually going to make... I think this is going to go into pockets as well. I don't know if it's going to go into pockets or if I'm going to make my eldest, one of the two kiddos a shirt out of it. I don't know yet. We'll find out. I think pockets, because it was bought as business fabric, so yeah, business fabric. Then I don't have to worry about like taking it out of stock. That is a very appropriate scrap for the down there. Okay, this is too small. Just right. Okay, so this looks like it's probably bookmark scraps. Small. We are not patchworking interiors together. I barely have even patchwork freaking exteriors together, so. Okay, and then this is a bunch of scraps. That is like complete scrap. That is a pocket there. Ooh, that looks like probably needle stashers are capable out of this. At least at portions, so that's quite large. Okay, so that is a deal with when we actually go to do notions, pouches, and needle stashers, which is accumulating over there. So that is the first thing that goes on the floor. Interfacing can go in the bin. If I actually moved that, it would probably be better, but whatever. Okay. Now. Oh god. Okay, just flip it up. Woof. Okay. Bookmark stuff. Bookmarks. Very scrappy scraps, but that is like paper interfacing, so we are going... That's garbage. That's only really used in... Why is this not garbage? Oh, because it's got goop. Okay, so that can be the part of that confetti stuff that I was talking about. Confetti. Most of this will need its interfacing taken off. Ooh. That took some of the embroidery with it. Alright. Oh, and then there's a crumpled up note here. Crossbody in denim. This! Exclamation point. Tote bag webbing. Okay. Old news. Poof. Okay, confetti, 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 confetti. Confetti, confetti. Ooh. That's a little bit more like strips. Stuff like this is really good for confetti. It doesn't have a lot of pattern on it. That is just... That actually looks like it would be a good one to make the eyeglass case of, because I have that other black. It would need to be interfaced and ironed. There is some good. There's some good. Strips. Good. Like a strip for something. Strip. Scraps. I don't want to deal with the corners. Confetti. Scraps. Boring. Scraps to my friend. Sorry, Tara. Not that she cares, it's stuffing, so. Scraps for me. Hey, some more maker's marks. Nihon. Something, something, something. Anyway, so that's the, I think that must be the shop, this, like, this small rectangle. And then this looks like it has to be the, I don't know, type. Something, something, something. It reads like 490141156. Confettis. Confetti, confetti, confetti. Oh, okay. Looks like, we're good. Confetti, confetti. There's a good chunk out for bookmarks. Bookmarks. Let's just put the strips in there too. I don't feel like cutting them down. We can do it later, or we can just pull them later. Not a big deal. Good strip. Confetti pieces, confetti pieces. Confetti. There's a good bookmark piece. That's just garbage, whatever. Hey, oh, there's a nice bookmark right there. There's sheep in here for some sheep buttons in here for some reason. This must have been the box that got the beads dumped in it. Okay. Confetti. Garbage. Oh yeah, this is a good piece for like it's got, so this is actually in a scrap pack that I got. This one and this one. So, and this actually as well. So now that I kind of know what I'm working with, we can use these towards some stuff. What? Ugh, who the fuck knows yet? But, you know, stuff. So I should actually shop more of the scrap bags when I'm there. Because these were already scraps before I even got them. This is actually a Tiriman. I still don't know what to do with this exactly. Because as soon as you press it, it's going to lose its texture. So, I don't know. Maybe that should be a panel on like a wristlet or something like that. That doesn't necessarily need to be. I'm throwing that out. I'm like, that is fraying so badly. Throw it out. Confetti, confetti, confetti. Boring. Boring. Actually, those are good because then it breaks up the like stuff. Scraps. Confetti. 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 That question mark was whether it was confetti because, like, if there's any large spots in it for other things or not. Confetti. Confetti. Woo! Green. I like how it's confetti, confetti, confetti. Green. Green. No, not green. Yeah. We're going to pull your interfacing, though. There we go. Big strip. We're going to put that into strips. Oh, that's actually good for other things, like passport pockets. That's what those pieces are good for, actually, from the scrap bag. purchased in Japan is passport pockets. I need to remember that. Okay, that is just a Japanese scrap. I see some scraps down there. We'll deal with it afterwards. Doom. Confetti. 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 I'm going to put some of the nice stuff into... Actually, we'll... Yeah, because that's too small to sew together. Confetti. 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 Mark. Confetti. That actually doesn't have much to it. Like I said, if I pull the strips out later, I'm like, yeah, let's do a strip from it of something, then we will actually do that. Right now, to save brain power for the other stuff that also still needs to be done, quick is better for now. Whatever. Still touched and processed, kinda. Also allows me to apparently sort out stuff that just shouldn't even be in here. So, ooh, the fray, get out of here. Yeah. I think. No. Looked like it had bookmark potential. It does not. Confetti, 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 confetti. Pull your interfacing. Confetti, confetti, confetti. Dun. Confetti, confetti, confetti. Okay, and then actually, once we get this box sorted, that's a good chunk off the floor from behind me. There's that last blue bin that the laptop was sitting on when I first started, so we'll do that probably as well. That'll be the next thing, and a lot of that is actually personal stash, and the tool we'll use for what I'm calling these confetti bags. That's just, oh god, no, get out of here. Just fray everywhere. Yeah, no, none of those pieces. Anyway, so that'll be like kind of the next thing. I don't know what I'm doing for dinner. I don't know if Dallas is coming back for dinner. I should find out if they're going out for dinner or not. Doesn't matter either way. Should. I could do girl dinner. Easy. I'll find out if he can bring something home. Ooh, we went and tried, there's a bullet train sushi place in Calgary. We wanted to try it for a few months and, a couple months, I guess. That's a few months, whatever. Like, November, October. Planned with my sister-in-law that we were going to go at the beginning of December. That fell through, blah, 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 blah. And, so we actually went on Tuesday because Dallas was flying into town. I had an appointment downtown, which, by the way, I am free and clear of nasties right now. When I went for my physical in October, the doctor was concerned that there's a little bit of a, like, tightness, lumpiness in, like, the general mammary area. And so she's like, we're going to get an ultrasound and a mammogram, or if they offer a mammogram, take the mammogram. I'm like, okay, cool. So we went and it took 3 months to get into the appointment because it was like doing both at the same time has obviously a more limited booking period than doing one or the other separately. Anyway, got in on Tuesday because I know how to party on New Year's Eve apparently. And the nice thing is that they told me flat out on Tuesday there's nothing to worry about. And I'm like, okay. Glad to hear it. I hear something weird and I don't know what it is. And now it's stopped. Weird. Okay. Anyway, free and clear. No worries. Because, like, the mammogram lady was all like, you may have to come back and all of this, and this is normal because, like, it's your first time getting a scan. And it's like, okay, cool. But, yeah, no worries. I was extremely happy. And it did lift a lot of stress off because it's like, I don't think I do. I haven't lost a lot of weight. My blood sugars have been, like, well enough controlled, and you'd think that's something that would get triggered. The weight loss that I have had has been intentional. Mostly. Or like we knew that it was coming sort of thing. Should be coming, hopefully. So like, and then I have also on top of it, I have a very low risk factor in that I don't have any unknown family history of it. So I was like, okay. But of course, there's still always that little bit of a niggle in the back of like, well, what if I'm the first? So I was very glad that they were able to just give me results day of. Because she was like, I'm going to go talk to the doctor about the images. And I thought that they were going to like, have to take more images after the ultrasound. Nope. She's like, you're good to go. I'm like, oh, cool. Love it. So, okay. That is the OB box done. So this is all the confetti cuts that we're going to do. And these are all the strippy cuts we're going to do. Okay, good. This is actually technically cut for a left-hand traveler sling. So we're just going to kind of ignore it for now. Oh, what's this? Well, that's a big enough piece that goes into like the big scrap box, not the little scrap. There's too many scrap boxes. Too many scrap boxes. That's my own damn problem. Don't worry. Now that I've sorted these, where am I putting them? In the garbage bin it goes. It's actually intended for a scrap bin. It's not actually a garbage bin. Into the other scrap bin. You're like, Katie, how many scrap bins do you have? I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's all good. All right. First things first. So here's actually the tool that we can use for that project that I'm thinking of with the confetti things. So what I saw was it's like people cut up all of the stuff and then they sew this over top. Basically they make a bag out of the tool and then that gets sewn onto a bag, like quilted or something like that. It's worth a try. I have got so much excess fabric, but it would actually make a really cool book sleeve because it would be really well padded. So anyway, some of this tool, it is technically craft tool, but it's 30 yards and it was cheap when I bought it. It's no longer cheap to buy it like this, but I'm going to make this is what I'm going to make the eldest's circle skirt poofer, crinoline basically, petticoat, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to make an under circle skirt of tulle, and then I'm going to make a bunch of overskirts that can just like go over top of it. Mostly because I hate working with working with tulle is the bane of doing that circle skirt that I did at Christmas. And it's just, yeah, I'm thinking that making one circle skirt then that we can like put a bunch of other ones over top of it is going to be the better way to do it. So that's my theory. If someone else has something better, let me know. But that is actually one of the bins done. Sweet. That's a big patch. This has a semi-plan, and the rest of the semi-plans are back here. The semi-plan being an eyeglass case from that. I need that little vacuum that I have, but I don't know where it's gone, so we'll just ignore it until we're done, I guess. Ugh. No, come here. Right? I think it's a good plan. It's at least worth a try. Okay. Done. Oh. Now back to this guy. What do we have? Oh, this is not actually... Oh shit, it is a bunch of scraps too. I'm like, what's coming out of here? It's Christmas decorations. Okay, but we can... At least with this one, we can just organize back into that bin. So this is prepped for passport folders and minis, right? That's what we decided for this, I think. Or a traveler sling and a passport folder and a mini traveler sling, because we got 2 pieces of both. That's what it was. One of everything, I think. I hope. That sounds right to me. So that is just going to kind of hang out right here. It's not going anywhere. Oh, what else do we have here? These are the pin cushions. And I feel like I probably should make some more. I did terribly at the ladder stitching on these ones last time, so I'm hoping that I do better this time. That is boarding passes for the kids' first trip to Disney World. Let's put that over there. That's instructions for a dress. Those are price tags. These are Christmas decorations. They don't even have any relation to anything happening right now. I'm putting them down with my personal stash of knitting that's down there. Kato bag. Gyoza bag. Partially finished pin cushion. Yay. Oh, Katie. This one's like basically finished. It just needs to be turned and stuffed. I don't know why I stopped making these. I think I fell into the imposter syndrome hole. And now I'm looking at them and they're really not that bad. Outside of the ladder stitching. So this was like one of the OG Scrap Buster projects. And I have a bunch of them cut. So, okay. What the hell? Oh, that's actually the thing for the decorations. Cool. Okay. Oh, there's a scrunchie. There's 2 scrunchies. Why are there scrunchies in there? Holy fuck. Okay. Well, let's just throw those back in there because that's where they're going to go to get used. I guess. Something. This can go in here. Now these are actually little two-tone. They are fiddly. I think I'll probably end up finishing that run of them and then we just won't go into production with them because. But there's, like, I may as well finish what I've already got cut because it's dumb not to. Scraps I don't need to keep. I have not been in this bin for a while. These look like they're actually cut for these. Anyway, these are two-tone small box bags that have pockets. So they need to get finished. You look like you're a needle stasher to be. And you actually look like you're the Kato. Are you? Holy shit, it is. Is it? Okay, under there. I don't remember what you're for. What are you? You're to actually go on there. Okay, so these are all pockets. So let's move the pockets down here. Of course they're all 3 different colors because why would they be 1? More! Okay, we're gonna have a lot of pin cushions this year apparently. I think it's also partly that they just didn't do well the first market I had them at, but I also didn't do any marketing of them because I'm bad at that sometimes. And it's not a... Oh! Those aren't scraps from my friends. These are actually binding pieces for the bottoms of those pockets. Okay. So they gotta go in there. That looks like that is a piece for cotton lining. Your pieces that don't need canvas. So that's what that is. This is definitely a failed project that, like, I'm going to finish them off and then we're going to do a sample sale of. A, my sewing skills were not good enough then. B, they're a lot of work for what they are for sale. So I'm going to set that aside though because that is not the bin for them to go into, I don't think. Here is a bunch of notions pouches and more binding. And a mostly finished couple of notions pouches. And then what are you? What are you? Who knows? You don't even know. Doom, 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 doom. I'm gonna get out of here. These are ones that need the canvas. What are you? You don't look big enough. Are you big enough? You are big enough. Holy crap. Okay. You need interfacing. And then they get pinned here, and they get like a fluff. think the way that they're cut, we couldn't because it's a diamond shape. That was actually me thinking. Because they're cut like this, I don't think that would work into like a. No, I think pin cushions are okay. I don't know. I don't think those would work well for like for scrunchies. I guess you could tie them, like sew it together and then flip them for bows, but that sounds like a lot of work. A lot of work. So let's just stick with making pin cushions because that will also not break my brain quite as much. And hopefully that means that I will actually also work on them this year. Paper. Get rid of the garbage that didn't fly very well. This was an experiment into one of the mini wallets that turned out terrible. Hate it. It just, A, I installed the snap in the wrong spot. B, it's all like warbly. It just minus aura points, whatever the hell that means. Okay, so there's the canvas for those. Here's a lot of them are like partially finished. Here's a bunch of the decorations. There's another set of pin cushion cuts. There's a mirror from when I was still selling knitting. Not the worst thing I have around still. That's still pieces of pin cushion. Scrappity squares. And then new fabrics. How'd you get in there? Scraps that are just, or not even, no, not even countenancing. These are technically little baskets that can actually be screwed to the wall. I don't know if I have a use for those anymore. We'll keep them around for a few weeks, and if I can't really think of anything, we'll get rid of it. We have a piece of shark fabric that needs a wash. It looks like it might have had an encounter with a coffee cup. Or we could just cut it off and make a kato. And we'll wash it. Okay, and then, so here's a couple. These would actually make really good scrunchies here with the citrus. That would be really nice, fun, bright ones. Not untangling the North American from the Japanese fabric there. It's not worth it. And then I don't know what this is. This looks like it will be a piece for lining stuff that went on top of the bin that is like set up to be processed for scraps later. Notions pouches. Plunk. Bookmark scrap. How big are you? Now I've got glitter on my table too. You look big enough for both, yes, bookmarks and other stuff. You are a piece of twill. Very light twill. Yeah, get out of here. Capybara-san. Needle stasher. Notions pouch. Maybe a notions pouch, actually. The direction that's facing. I don't know. Hello. You look like needle stasher cuts, probably. Notions pouches. Cool. You look like a large piece for... Oh, no, you are a small box bag cut, probably. Yes. Okay. Probably was something that I didn't find the stuff for. I bet you that one matches up with this. Look at that. Good sleuthing. And that can match up with something else. Okay, so I think I probably intended a lot of these. That looks like a scrunchie. These look like cuts. There's another scrunchie there. But these are a lot of cuts for like notions pouches and needle stashers. That is a handle for the cranes. I wonder if I still have fabric for that. Or actually no, I think I used it all. I am going to set it aside for now because I want to double check that. Those are all going to become scrunchies. I think that's why they were actually grouped there right now. Needle stashers and notions pouches, needle stashers and notions pouches, lining fabric for needle stashers and notions pouches. Same here, same here. Yeah, okay. Cool, so that was a lot of that nonsense. Nonsense. It's like one of the better sellers. This is too small to make a gyoza bag out of, but would make a very cute passport folder. Even though it's not interfaced, I'm going to put it in the passport folder box. And then when I ask later, it's for a passport folder. This needs to be stitched together top and bottom at the like measurement mark so that I can actually make needle stashers out of it. It's not large enough right now. This looks like it's some... Oh, there's bookmarks. Okay, bookmarks. I know I'm stacking all of this together, but we will... Again, right now, brain capacity, just stacking it together works better. Nope. Until I have to actually sort it out, and then I will curse myself. But you know, that's all part of the process right now. Okay. That is actually something that we can make a notebook out of. Or a bookmark. Bookmarks. 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 All bookmarks. And bookmarks as well. Yes, that is the perfect idea. Where's my phone? All right. Kids read my mind. Food. Okay. And then that's a scrappy scrap that I don't use. So, into the bin, or into the scrap bag. Excellent. I'll be back in 1 second. Apparently, we do actually need some help here. 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Holy crap. Alright, we are getting down to the bottom of what was in that bin, which is awesome. Apparently a bunch of ornament hooks. Pom-poms, because why not? Those will be Dahlia's soon, because she loves the pom-poms. A glue stick. Interfacing, and a bunch of scraps for, well, not scraps, but cuts for, soon to be cuts. There we go, soon to be cuts for those things. The things being the things. Okay. And then that's a whole stack of like notions pouches and needle stashers. I feel like these are already matched up and they just need, they just need interfacing for the majority of those. And then these guys are the ones that need some TLC. And then that is not been determined. And I don't know if this is a Kato cut or a thing. Let's see. It's really close. I think we're just going to put that into scrap things. Scoopity scraps over here. And then now the things that are like, so this needs one more step before we can actually make, oh, and you need a lining. I'm pretty sure the rest of you have been matched up, and we're going to do more matching up. Okay, so it's going to go into the bin as well, because the thing is it still needs a step, and so it just needs to be like cleared out so that we can actually do those steps, right? Okay, so that is an actual proper work in progress bin. Okay, well, whip bin, but it's gonna stay in here just so I can close the cats away from it. Okay, so that's done, and it's done. Sorted. We know what's in there, mostly. And yeah, again, hands on it. We've done what we need to do with it. Nice bin of like scrippity scraps for the confetti or whatever we're going to do. Honestly, some of these could just be sewn together and used. That is a problem for future Katie for sure. And so what I just did with it is I just put it into the closet so that it's with all the other obi and kimono stuff, because that's the least reckless place to put it, I think, hopefully. Okay. Oh. Where's the recycling bin? Where's my blue bin? Oh god. Alright. Well, so I have come prepared, because a lot of this is just garbage and scraps from my friend. Yeah, as much as I can, right? So it's like, that makes sense to put it all there, because then it's all in one place that I recognize what it's for, and I haven't actually figured out like what the actual cuts are. So basically what we're doing right now is we're sorting out similar sized objects to go together, I think is probably the best description. And if I get into that bin and I start using it and I'm like, oh, these need to be somewhere else, then that's just what we'll do then. That's fine. No. No. Nope. As much as I say that I'm going to do that confetti stuff, we're not working with like really tiny pieces. Okay. Denim. No. Interfacing. garbage. And I don't need to send that interfacing to Tara. Sending it to someone doesn't mean that stuff's just gonna get thrown out. Okay. No. No. Garbage. Garbage. No. Whatever, just get rid of it. This is all the offcuts from the mini traveler slings and stuff like that, so they're all really oddball. Again, yes, I could do the confetti with it, but am I going to? No, I haven't even touched the stuff that I have right now, so we're just gonna make sure that it's mostly not garbage going to her. It's basically what I'm doing right now. So stuff like there's template pieces in here and stuff like that. It's like, because there's kind of the catch bin, so we'll just make sure that is kind of tidied up. There's some interfacing in here we can use for the scrappy projects as well. A lot of denim, because that is definitely where we're gonna have the most waste, just because we're upcycling, which kind of sucks. Christmas fabric. Yes, and then actually what we're going to do is we are going to sort those needle stashes and notions pouches. So Wendy, I've got those like rolly bins, but I need to wash them because the cats have been nasty. I don't know why, but anyway, those will be where, when I actually do sort the needle stashers and notions pouches, I'm going to put them. I'm also really tempted to just go get more bins from Costco, because honestly, they have some latch bins that would also work. So I don't know. I would prefer to work with what I have, but bins would be good to like slot into the little drawers anyway. So who knows? Maybe I will actually do that on Tuesday, and we'll have a whole new sorting system on Wednesday. Who knows? I am going to be back on schedule, kind of, mostly, because kids will be back in school on Monday. I don't know if I'm streaming on Monday, but I will be streaming Wednesday and Friday, and then the following Monday for sure. Kato cuts. These all match up with the bags under the table. So that's going to be like the first whip bin that we tackle this year. Well, no. Yes, first whip bin that we tackle, because everything that we cut for large box bags will be new. These are a little bit too much. So they're going to end up becoming notions pouches and needle stashers and everything. And what I mean by too much is they're too wide to make, like, no. These are all scrunchies. Those are not scrunchies. There we go. That's what I'm going for. Scrunchies. They're going to go in that we got to deal with it pile. I think this should become a Kato as well, so I'm just going to plop it under there. And then this is yardage that needs to go on the shelf. This is a small box bag. This fabric, I absolutely adore it. And it has not been very popular. Now, that is obviously not anyone's fault. But I'm kind of shocked, because it's like super cute. Okay, cats. Although I might have actually sold the bag, so maybe it didn't make it online. I don't remember anymore. Who knows? Now, the project that I have been prevaricating about today is the fact that I've got a massive pile of gyoza bags down here that we didn't even touch. And I'm wondering if we even have enough twill to finish. And then there's not to mention the whole, like, bunch of other little just like piddly things everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear this out here, and then the gyoza bags are going to go in here. Yeah, whatever. Okay. We do want to keep this handy. That's the scale for the luggage. We're going to need that. I'm going to need it handy. Those are cute. Those are little, like, magnetic bookmarks. What is this? You look like you were intended for something and I have no clue. what it was. Okay. And then bookmark scraps. Yeah, actually we do need some bins because we need like bookmarks, notions, pouches, needle stashes. And I know I could use these, but I find that these end up just taking more than what we're actually working with, and it just does not work. I've tried and tried. And as much as I want to be organized, my brain is like, hey, no. Okay. This is stock, so I don't know what it's doing in this bin. Well, I just said why, but still annoying. And then there is one more bin back there, and I think it might be big bags. Old style big bags. So we'll sort through them to make like the new style tote bags and which is new. Okay, so the old style big bags are the ones that don't have the canvas bottom. The new style tote bag is the one with the canvas bottoms. All right. Great. Okay, and then those are the larger OB scraps. They're gonna go in here too. What is that? Oh, my lazy cake. Okay. Actually, if we lift this bin up, I don't have to deal with the gyoza bags right away. And actually, if there's more in here, then we have them. Cute little pencil case from my exchange. The Ghibli Museum has a spiral staircase in like a bird cage like this. Absolutely my favorite part of the whole museum. So whimsical. It even has a little bat that was on top of it. And then my little mini charm from Tokyo Disneyland. Because it was New Year's. She's in a little kimono and everything like that. Anyway, I really love it. Excellent pencil case. Has served me very well for 15 years. Because it's been 15 years. When? I don't know. Why? I don't know. What's happening anymore. Now, I know I lined the original gyoza bags in twill, but I'm wondering if I should just line them in cotton. Although then we would need to interface them. But is that a big deal? Because we interface everything. Do I have to interface it? No. We could just make it a nice light bag like the knot bag. If you're like, Katie, why would you change it up? Well, mostly because it's like, I did actually have quite a few complaints about the black. And then the other factor is that paperwork. Good God. Not even my paperwork. What were the factors in this? Oh, this is the old whip bin. Oh, God. This is like what collected everything else last year. There's elastic. Woo! Actually, that's super useful to know because that's the pencil case elastic. This is the old whip bin. We have a new whip bin out there because apparently I just went bin wild last year. Let's see. Who knows? I don't even know, Wendy. Let's find out, I guess. We have a key fob that is hardware is fucked. It's like off of it, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh. One sec. Is picking up dinner, but I had to order it, so just confirming everything. Scrappity scraps, scrappity scraps, scrappity scraps. There is a large box bag. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is the card for the Dawson Creek show. I don't need that. No. I've got their contact. I am in cahoots. Not actually in cahoots, but yeah, here is one of those ones where I was like, I really love it, but it's not worth actually like putting it into production. That goes in here because that's where those ones were gathering up. I don't know where their linings are though. This is a little experiment bag that is going to be put into production eventually. But what needed to happen is well, do you know what? Why I stalled on it is I was like, I want to put another pocket up here so it would be a dual bag, and then the front of it, just the front of it would be a clear pocket. But no, we're just gonna make it, cause fuck it. Not everything needs to be over-engineered and over-complicated. So this is one of the things that'll go into production. So I'm gonna pop it down here, cause reasons. That is a large box bag that just needs a handle. Leftovers, yay! Always fun. Bookmarks, and then this looks like it's probably. Nope. I was like, that looks like a small box bag. That's not a small box bag. It could, however, be a Kato, so we're gonna throw it in the Kato thing. It will be one that's matched up with a random drawstring, but that's fine. It'll look fine. We are also going to do the same with the Polar Bear Cafe, and I think probably the Space Fabric. Again, these are all like drag cuts, so it's like, what do we do with them? Oh. Okay, now this looks like I might have already pilfered this. Yes, this is the box that I pilfered for gyoza bags last year. That is a large box bag cut that I'm going to divert to a Kato. This one didn't make the cut, haha, for stuff. And there is the actual large box bag. That would make a really cute gyoza bag. Little budgies. Right? Not crazy. That would make a cute gyoza bag. That would make a cute gyoza bag. This is also another one that could go either, I could do Kato or I could do gyoza. Oh, it's got like color transfer from something. Interesting. Okay, do you know what I think it is? I think it is sidewalk chalk. I think the kids might have been drawn around it. Or I had it outside and I was working on it and they got a hold of it. Because it's only on one side. Okay, so if it's only on one side, we'll fold it together to that side. We'll put it into the bin for needle stashes and stuff. These can become large box bag, tote bags. Okay, they are on the gyoza pile, but they are tote bags. Okay, this looks like cuts or something. There's definitely tote bag handle cuts in here that have been framed for however long they've been in that bin. This is a cute one that I like the look of, but I don't know if I want to put it into production. It's like super. I think I decided that was like a lot of work for production, but I haven't actually had the time to like consider. So I think we gotta sew another one of those and figure that out. This looks like it is leftover large box bag cuts. Yep. Okay, so that can be perfect. So I think the one good thing about doing large box bags first is I think the majority of our lining is already cut. Because I do know that there's a lot of beige fabric around here for large box bags. Some of this will actually be for not that, but okay, that's a Kato cut. There's probably Kato bags in here. Who knows? Who knows? I don't. Am I the maker? 100%. Does that mean I know what's going on? Hell no. I don't even know what that's for, so let's scraps, whatever. Okay. Do you know that when we got down to a lot of like the end of the fabric last year, it did get pretty tight for like a lot of the cuts. So that could be what's going on here. That's technically a large box bag cut, I think. Is it tall enough though? Oh yeah, once it gets ironed, it'll be tall enough. Oh boy. So our youngest is on a huge, well, okay. Our eldest has realized what mortality is, which has been super fun conversations recently. And I say that not actually meaning that it's been fun. It's actually been a little bit of a roller coaster trying to be like, oh man, respectful of the questions and like trying not to freak out at the same time. Anyway, but then our youngest is all about how robots, if they had a robot, they would be picking up stuff and throwing it and destroying like blah 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 blah. And so apparently Dallas just got told that we can't destroy all humans in the robot uprising because humans have bones. All right. I'll take it. Oh boy. Children. That is Kato. And Kato. And yes, those are actually going, they're not going in the Kato bin, but they're going on top of the Kato bin. This is a mostly failed cell phone wallet experiment that I think I'm going to pick back up this year. Because they're super cute, pretty straightforward. They are a bit of a pain in the butt to sew. Actually, they're a lot of a pain in the butt to sew. So I haven't like fully decided yet. And I think this is actually clipped wrong. I think I just actually... Wait. Yeah, it's got to get closed up there, but I think it's actually supposed to be clipped here. Like this. And then here. And, oh yeah, and then it's supposed to be like clipped down so that... Wait, what's going on? I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that pattern again. Anyway, it's all together so that I can actually finish it. I think this will be one of the ones that like gets put onto the experiment aisle. Right? Yeah, I remember it too. It's super cute. They are a pain in the butt though in some ways. There's the other one. Okay, so I got 2 out of like the 4 that we experimented with last year. This knitting needle, I really hope that's marker. I don't know what that is. Yeah. It's probably marker. Okay. Cranes. I think these cranes need to become one of the Kato. Popcorn cats needs to become Kato, and I'm pretty sure I've got more of that if I need more. Drawstring bag, sushi, Inari's foxes, Chidori. I found out that these little guys are called Chidori. Super cute. And I found that out because this is not even folded selvage to selvage. It's supposed to run this way. Anyway, I found out that they're called Chidori because the neck buff thing from the Kyoto Marathon have Chidori running all over it. These are crooked, and I don't know how to fix the key fob hardware yet, so maybe I'll just sell them as seconds. That would probably work best. This would make a super cute little planner pouch. So that's the other thing that's going to come out of that pile that I'm rapidly growing. This is a Kato. I know that for sure because it's got a canvas base. And it's even got 1 piece of lining, 1 drawstring. That's probably where it got stalled. And we have like a bunch of other circular shit in here. What the hell? Okay, there's that one. Okay. Oh, there's the other piece of the... Okay. And then what were supposed to be your pockets. This. That looks like a pocket. getting there. Piecing it together. Oh, God. Okay, there's more webbing. Ugh. I'm just putting those in the scrap because they are so wrinkled that, like, yeah, we gotta iron them and they would probably fit, but you know what? Whatever. I also don't have any more. Yeah, the prototype bin. Yeah, that would probably work. Seconds bin is what I call it because it's like, they're good. They'll work. It's still, like, it's still connected to the fabric well. Oh, no, it's not. Oh! Never mind. It's not. Okay, so maybe I just need to get a pair of pliers. Because what happened is I think it didn't actually... Damn it, Katie. Don't do that on camera. Anyway, we'll go in and fix it. Okay. 25. 23. Yep. Okay. Large box bag. Interiors. That looks like a large box bag interior. I'm just going to go with that is. Why do I have a circular base? That is a wallet. Snack. That's a stand for the burner, the brand. That is a tag. This. And this. That looks like a piece from those bags up here. What the fuck are you? What the hell is going on here? What is all this stuff? I'm happy to report that I'm pretty sure I did better at organization last year. Like, yes, there's still stuff in the whip bin, but I think I know what most of it's for. Like, this stuff. I don't know what to do with this. Actually, what I should do is I should singe all the ends and figure it out. I am going to actually just throw it in the bin there. Yes, because if nothing else, I'm like, why am I throwing it in the bin? I had a thought process there. If nothing else, they at least are good for the like D-ring tabs. So yeah, see, that one's not big enough. So I'll do those two over there. Actually, some of these are probably big enough for the Kato, so they're going to be processed again, so I will double check if they're big enough at that point. What is this? Boom, boom. Okay, yeah, that's large box bags. And then I decided that this is going to be a gyoza. What is this canvas for? Like, okay, we'll just put it on, we'll say that that's also Kato. Probably is, to be fair. So that is a piece of non-fusible interfacing. And then this poor cat bag needs another pocket. That is nowhere near high enough contrast, so I don't know why I'm even thinking that. This piece might actually be in out there. It's a really good pocket, but yeah, like blue on blue is not high enough contrast. So let's actually just say that this is getting lined in blue. And I'll figure out the rest. Yeah. Because there still might be enough confetti and everything over there for an actual set of pockets. And it would make a really good drawstring on that bag, actually. Kato. And then this mysterious one needs its thing, handle, which should be technically in the bin, or in the handle bin. So that's going to go back into that whip box, which is actually going to be condensed into the smaller one because we're going to use that bigger bin. We are just on the same wavelength today. It's fine. We're all good. There. At least by having your confirmation, I know I'm not crazy. Alright. Or at least not for that reason. I don't know if I'm completely sane either. Okay. Prototyped. Needs to be put into production. It's cute. Seconds. Supplies. Fuck me. Okay, I'm putting any supplies that need to move out are going into the fin bag, or the fin bag box, because that makes sense in my brain for whatever reason. Holy crap. Okay. Gyoza. Now, these gyoza are not getting their linings cut today or anything like that. We're just sorting the exterior so that they get off my goddamn floor. Okay. And then there's a few things like this where I know I've got enough fabric that I think what we'll do is we'll pair them up. Like, so this guy... only has enough for a small box bag, so we'll just go in and that will be small box bag fabric. Yeah, stay up top. Okay, more. Okay, so this webbing, oh, that's what that webbing can be used for. Most of it can probably be used actually for gyoza or tabs, so never mind. I will move it back into the gyoza bag box. Actually, we'll keep it out and we'll put it on top of the gyoza box and we'll sort it out later. There's obviously short pieces that won't work, so those will stay in the bin. But the stuff that's like fraying and has gotten shorter, because these were obviously tote bag handles originally, will go into the, or they'll just stay up here. La la la. Okay, like that one is, I think, long enough. Feels long enough. It actually feels longer than intended, so there we go. Good. Too short. Good. And if they don't look like they've frayed too much, like that one was obviously cut in such a way that it's not fraying, then it can go towards the tote bags that are also on deck. Like these two. Oh, that one looks like it is actually pulled out of something. Okay, interesting. But this one has lost like an inch. So obviously these were ones that I cut before I had the heat knife. Yeah. Okay. Do I have any other navies? Oh no, you're too short anyway. There. Problem solved. Was it an issue? Not really. Was it solved anyway? Yep. Okay, so we are into stuff that was actually on the cart before I moved out of the room. We've got some extra like frames for the obi when I do more obi cuts. Katie, why are you putting them in the closet? Because that's where the obi are. Ugh. God, there's so much fraying in here. Okay. So this is actually, never mind. I was like, we're going to do the gyoza. No, this is the random shit that was on the cart first, I guess. And it ended up on top of everything. That is garbage. So these are, there's some OG Sheena in here. And if you know my struggles with Sheena, damn Sheena, you know why. More canvas and exterior canvas. So that's going to go back in there and we'll deal with that later. There's a Glenda lining as well. Anyway, they are turning out really well, but I'm also at the point where now I did this when I wasn't doing fusible interfacings, blah, 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 blah. And now I look at it and I'm like, this needs fusible interfacing. So they need some TLC. They need to also be finished. These are also ones that I'm going to actually put pockets into. So they've been partially finished for pockets. Like you can see, I piecemealed these so badly. And I also did not do my welt pockets very well. They've got their they're so wrinkly. You might not be able to see that on camera. But anyway, I've gotten my welt pockets to behave themselves better. Because then they'll actually fold in completely. So I think what I'm going to do, these are going to be extra bodied. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim a little portion of the interfacing off. I was like, I'm going to just take the interfacing out. There's no point in that. I'll trim a small amount and then we'll just put a fusible interfacing over top of it. I think that'll be the most time effective way to do these. So, and then we get to fight more of these under the machine. So let's everything that I've got all the pieces for, we're going to put into the bin. Some of these are going to be like ridiculously adorable. The other thing that I did do with these is that I was still working with the vinyl. So we'll still finish off with the vinyl that I have cut already, because whatever, it's already cut and we may as well. That is actually a portion for Glenda that's been like sliced off. So I don't know what we're going, oh, and the top too. Okay. Wimpy interfacing for the interior. And this is portions for another Sheena as well. So this one at least only has a little portion done, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I am going to, no, Notions Poach. Oh, nope. I know what that's for, and we are keeping it up here. I put it aside because I don't have the tabs for these anymore. And actually, this needs to be picked out, and I need to put a D-ring on it. That's right. Okay, so yeah, let's put these at the bottom of the bin. Yeah, because that was the next step for this guy, was we needed... See, it's like... These came out so much better than the ones that I just did. I do not get it. In some ways. In some ways, they are not as good. In other ways, I don't remember fighting them as much. That's pretty terribly done. I'm not picking it apart. Don't pick it apart! Just get it in the bin! Okay, so we've got the pink cats. Cannot unsee cats. Oh, that looks terrible. Damn it. Katie. That looks bad. Yeah, these are like mostly done, so we just need to finish them. This is actually following the proper pattern too, and we have a like split in the middle on all of them. So those ones that are already sewn together like that and just need their gusset, we're just going with what I've got done, and we're just going to finish them that way. I'm not going to add more interfacing to them, except for maybe, no, we're not going to. The ones that aren't sewn together, like this one, we will add more interfacing to. That's going to be the D-ring tabs. Anything else that needs D-ring tabs that I don't have, we'll figure it out. Twill, cotton, whatever. This guy, I think the majority of the pieces for all of these are here. So like, in this case, the zipper's there, which is the most important part. This Luxe tote bag, there is something up with it, and I can't remember what it was. It needs snap. Okay, so like that's one step that I gotta do, and it's done. Why I didn't finish it, I don't know. Yeah, look at, I've got, okay, so I've got both of these guys, but they'll need a D-ring instead, and that is, this does not have interfacing, so it needs some interfacing, because it's cotton linen. So we will open, yeah. So this is going to be one of those situations where it's a lot of transferring back and forth, because I'm going to do a lot of the seam ripping out there, and then I'll come back and I'll actually finish the things. So this is the exterior of a Glenda. I think it's sewn together well. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with that. And then this was the flap, and it is just getting lined in that cotton, which is fine, because I made these before I went and bought kimono to line the purses in. So that was one of those things that was on the bottom. This one doesn't have a set of things, so it can just go down there. Here is Bubbles, which was actually intended for a different tote bag. There's the pockets for the Sheena that haven't been finished. Interiors for the Sheena. Again, if it's cut, we're just going to use it, chalk it up to inexperience, and not worry about it. There's the Glenda lining. So this is actually pretty straightforward, because basically all we have to do is we need to put the flap in wherever it needs to go, and then the interior in, and there's a couple other steps to it. This needs to be remediated and have an actual D-ring put on it. This is the last little bit of this fabric. Book sleeves, book sleeves, book sleeves. And the last little bit of this fabric too. Book sleeves, book sleeves. Actually, I'll probably make bags out of those because they haven't really hit the market for bags. And then the last little bit, when I'm hemming and hawing about it, we'll just default to like samples. But those ones are super popular, so I know that they'll sell once I get them in. This is a tote bag pocket as well. You need a, yeah, okay. What else do we have here? Kimono that has not been fused well because I fused over the frickin' seam. What in the kimono waste is that? Katie? What the fuck are you doing? Why is there so much kimono here? It's obviously intended for one of these bags. Oh, God. Now, this is going to need an iron because that is not interfaced well enough. I don't. Nope. Super cute. Super cute. But yeah, it needs an iron to get this interfacing actually adhered. And hopefully I haven't fucked it up more than it already is. This one is going to get opened up and redone because there is no interfacing behind that snap right there. Okay, more Sheena pockets. We're just going to keep going with all these Sheena pieces. At least I recognize what they're for. We are taking out all of the interfacing that I was going to reuse and throwing it out because that's what I was going to do for this orange one here. Not doing that anymore. We'll actually interface it correctly. If you purchased a bag from me in this period, I am sorry. Like a purse, not a knitting bag. My knitting bags have generally been fine. Probably better constructed. Okay. And there's one side of it. And there's interfacing for the other side, but I don't see the other side yet. Though there's the... Okay, so I do still have pull tabs for the D-ring tabs for the Sheena. Okay. Lining for the Sheena. Lining. By the way, once Dallas and the kids are back, I'm done for the day. Just as heads up. I figured you guys knew that, but you know. Communication. Good. More large box bag lining. That is a destroyed piece of tiger. Small piece of tiger. Looks like bookmarks and various scraps. Okay. This was cut and intended for a wedge. A project bag, I think, is what this was intended for, but we will make this into a purse instead. There is an excellent OB lining for it right now. And then we are actually getting into the gyoza bags. Sweet. Okay, and those are tote bag handles. Alright, so that bag, or that bin that we cleared out is actually filled up mostly with Sheena. That's fine. These bag pieces here, we're going to keep up here because then hopefully I can process them in the next little bit. Those are good scraps for all that stuff over there. That's a pressing cloth. That's pockets, and that is pockets for Sheena. And then this is all stuff that can become things for Obi bags. And there technically is the lining for that blue one. Where did the blue one go? I just had it. There it is. Okay, so there's its lining. Because we'll just stick with the cotton. Well, I guess we could actually make some cotton ones. Oh, God. Katie, what were you doing? Oh, gross. Oh, I did so bad on that curve. It fits, though, so... And it is what the flap is lined with, I guess. Yeah, okay, it fits. So yeah, we'll stick with that. Lesson learned. Okay, garbage. The D-rings need to go out. Alright, so they go in the bin. Now we're on to the gyoza bags. Okay. Ugh. What can you do with leftover bits and bobs of cutting board? I actually had the kids coloring them, so maybe I'll keep the larger pieces for that. Okay. So, gyoza, right? Pretty, yeah. Everything down here now is gyoza. And that can be, so this year I think the other thing that we should actually do is do some more of the luxe tote bags. Actually, that's what some of these smaller cuts can become that I'm like hemming and hawing about. Right, I want to make some of the woolen wax and like some of the other ones with the waxed canvas. Waxed canvas exterior with a Japanese fabric interior. This is interfaced. I know we decided what we were doing with this, but I don't remember. This might have been becoming passport folders. If the exterior is interfaced, it's probably passport folders and mini traveler sling. That's what I'm going to assume in that case. If I prove myself otherwise, well, that's fine. Okay, more comic book board. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff down here that's like, what is this for? Okay, so maybe some of the questionable stuff will go in the back there. There's one more piece of that cat fabric, so we could actually cut this for a handle. Be pretty good. This looks like a kato waiting to happen as well. Okay, these are interfaced for some reason. Bloop. Don't know why they're interfaced, but alright. There is a whole string of navy sushi neko handles, which I don't think we've got navy sushi neko anymore. Oh god. What is going on down here? Okay. Gyoza. Okay, we know these are going to be gyoza. They don't have their linings yet. Whatever. We'll suck it up and cut them later. But I'm going to put them in the bin so they're out of the way. Done. Oh, these might be handles. I think it's a mix of handles and gyoza, and apparently, whoa, tool. Hey, we can use some of these scraps from the tool from earlier for the confetti cuts. Over there for now. Okay, let's get this all untangled then. Because you know what, notions pouches would be really cute with the confetti. Oh yeah. I've got ideas now. Okay, this brocade needs to get put away before it continues to fray into everything. And then, yes, we've got enough to deal with, but whatever. Let's just pick everything up. Because then it's easier for me to approach the table. Ugh, God. Am I cranky with past Katie? Yes. Do I understand why she did it the way she did it? Yeah. Okay. The rest of it's like contained in a bin, kind of. So we're going to start here. Start. Yay. All the goal is I need to be able to cut. Everything's so goddamn wrinkly. That looks like a kato bag. I should actually move you guys down so you can see the desk a little. Or actually, I can, right. I can digital zoom. Oh, come on. Zoom. That's still not very good. Zoom. Haha. Hi. What is on my forehead? Threads. Why am I surprised? There's also like fluff. Okay. Kimono. Obi. Kimono. Okay, so a lot of this is scraps still. That is a piece that we haven't done a Sheena from yet, so I'm going to keep that until we do. And then we can swap it over to whatever we're going to do with it. I know it was intended for a gyoza bag, but it's smarter when I'm looking at like what's left to actually do for the Sheena. Smarter. Okay. Knit cabled fabric that we didn't actually cut anything from, but is an absolute disaster because I pulled it out. Actually, we should keep it out because... No, we'll put... That's a dilemma. I'm like, I should keep it out because we'll cut large box bags from it. Large box bag from it. Static. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, okay. Yeah, one moment. All right. Dallas and the kiddos are home. So I will chat with y'all in a few days. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully this is done by the time we get back. Bye.